Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another session of Candlekeep Mysteries. Last time on Candlekeep Mysteries, you all were not here in Candlekeep, but rather over here in the endless corridors of the endless maze. Give it a moment. It's loaded up. Having entered one of the temples nearby after finishing up a fight against some of the other demons, you continued inward and find that ancient death had booby-trapped the temple, such that when you entered, you were beset upon by a variety of demons and other things that are vaguely like demons. Eventually, though, through a combination of unexpected twists and surprises, you were able to thwart Agent Death's attempts, causing them to realize that they could not win against you, and they gave up and left. Thus, you wiped out the remaining demons and found yourself eventually set upon directly by Baphomet and their legion of Goristros. Destroying Temple of the Gods that you had created, you then fought valiantly against Baphomet themselves, holding your ground until eventually all has gone silent. And you find yourself here with Baphomet's body lying in front of you. The day was saved.
I'm thinking about taking his
Uh,
horns.
oh, hmm. Yeah, actually, that brings up a good point. What do we do with this big lug? Hold on. It's like like when you pick up a sim, it's like that, and it's just moving the body around, and it just drops it nearby. Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess you could get the horns. Hold on, let me save you the effort. The you see that the horns like kind of detach and fall to the ground, like just in a sort of clumsy way, and they just now say horns of Baphomet too. You want me to like grind them into a powder or something, or are you just gonna
Yeah, I'm just gonna
use them
stuff
as
them
like a
into my
trophy?
backpack.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Alright. So, I think now is time where we try to find the original portal we came through, because there's no guarantee that any other portals we find are gonna bring us straight back to Whitestone.
Wasn't that
If Crystal were here, I'd say that's a job for Sin and their ritual casting of Find the Path. I don't think the demons are a threat anymore. Now that the demon lord is dead, they're all going to be fighting each other to try to to get a new ruler of this domain because it's rulerless.
Wait, y'all have to find a way out. I mean, hmm, doesn't that make sense? It's just what happened the last time. Uh, I mean, y'all are doing pretty well as far as everything here is concerned. I'm gonna do you a solid. Hold on, let me help you out here. Like, and this guy that you see them shake Baphomet's body as if trying to pilfer their pockets out. They don't really have all that much, and that's kind of disappointing. Hold on,
There
I
was
got
Heart
you. Give me
Cleaver.
a moment. I mean, I guess, but they kind of you all vaguely feel like someone's looking all of you up and down. I don't think that it really fits any of y'all. Oh,
Not
I
really,
know. Hold
no.
on. I got a little one of these exclusive narrative power cards that I've been holding in reserve for a while. They're like little coupons. I can cash them in now. Give me a second.
As far as like Heart Cleaver
That
goes, perhaps Lord Albert should take that back to Whitestone.
Baphomet explodes into like a pile of loot.
Is there
And
confetti?
also there is now a portal leading out of the abyss. You know it's a portal leading out of the abyss back to Whitestone because it's clearly labeled as such.
And we can like even see Whitestone through it.
Yeah.
He never did answer though. When he exploded, was there confetti?
Uh, no, there wasn't confetti in this case.
Okay.
It's more like Diablo is probably a closer comparison. Like
I
when
never played
somebody in
that.
Diablo like dies and they just like just drop like a little like a little golden treasure chest, generic treasure chest box.
Well, speaking of the loot, I guess we should look at that.
Okay. Here is what you find.
Is the loot
You find three things.
bigger than like
Hmm?
like you said it's a pile of loot, right? Is
I mean, it's a pile in the sense that there's some gold there, and it is, and amongst there you see that there's like little gems that don't actually have any real value. They're clearly made of plastic, along with three things that do look like they're actually of value, embedded within this little pile.
I find the plastic gems offensive. Yeah, like I think we can assume I'm zapping myself back to full health because there's no reason I can't do that.
Ray dives into the loot pile.
I mean, it's a good thing we're in this book where you can Scrooge McDuck through it and not smash yourself on it. 'Cause I feel like if you tried that in the other books, reality would ensue and you would just smash.
First item you find is you see a heart cleaver has taken on a new form and become an itty bitty cleaver.
I assume that like counts as like a dagger or a hand axe.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yes.
so this is for $7.
You'll find the Apex Band.
Oops. I accidentally closed that one because I was trying to close the cleaver.
Wow. There.
But why is attunement there? And the third thing?
Yes. Also, there's enough money for each person to get 100,000 GP per person. So it's a nice little bit of extra cash.
Y'all can spread mine amongst you because I have agreed not to take any more gold.
I think that means it's 125 GP per person instead.
Cool. I mean, I have not even spent my money at all. I have
You're
no
like,
need.
money? What's that?
I'm already as strong as I can be.
You can't read it, Ellie? Oh, right. I never actually got a chance to fix the language thing.
Oh shit, I never leveled up.
It's been a busy week. And the last thing you see as you approach it and get ready to detect it is that it's clearly much more significant than the others instincts. For while the others were legendary, this is an artifact.
I think that's my favorite destroy condition ever.
Wisdom, you say?
Yeah, that's a downgrade for me.
Jamie is typing. Jamie is not typing.
Oh, and you
Right.
lose all
That mostly
wisdoms. I see.
Right. As all three of those comprise pretty much the majority of what you see there. Lord Albert, along with the rest of the others, will arrive near the portal with the army in tow. Oof. And thus, we have done it. Beyond all odds, we've managed to successfully thwart this incredible demon that has been a thorn to all other civilizations since time eternum. There is no amount of thanks we could possibly provide. But perhaps after some rest and relocating our people back to the city, we may be able to have all of you join for a celebration in honor of the great legacy that you've imparted upon us.
Ooh, I know how you could say thanks. Can you say out loud how the actions we've taken have been a good deed, and you found us very useful?
They kind of they do not seem to react awkwardly to this, and immediately on this day you've done not merely a good deed. What you have done for our people and all other peoples surpasses but what a deed would imply. This is a grand favor, a benevolent act that very few will ever be able to surpass. And it is through your work that good can continue to exist in this world.
Can I get you to just sign the bottom of this paper, and then I'll just write out what you said later?
They sign it without looking.
What's their signature like? What does it say?
It's a really ornate and very formal looking signature that says Lord Albert on it. Double immunity would give you, by the way, Elikish, that would be an adaptive immunity. So it's like one. It's like adaptive resistance, but it's adaptive immunity.
Like once for long rest, when you take damage, you don't, essentially.
You meant the top one?
I mean,
Gain resistance to cold, fire, lightning, and immunity to poison. Yeah, so if you already have immunity, then double dipping would give an adaptive immunity. And if same thing with the other resistances, if you have any of those resistances already, you get adaptive resistances.
for my response to Lord Albert, I'm just going to note that a celebration like this and appearing at that celebration does seem appropriate. Like I will be there. I'm going
Very
to
well. Let me ready the troops to rally our way through one last time.
I
and
will
return home.
shrink down so like everyone can pass through me, so they can go through first before I do.
Commander Skylark will provide all of you with a very powerful salute as they will join over here. Well, I guess this is it, huh? We did it. Kind of blew up Legion 1 there, though. Nah, it's fine. I can always make another one.
Yeah,
Well,
I had assumed that those were copies and not the original.
nope. Definitely, the original was there. They're lying. Ah, what a shame. Ah, well, I guess that means that my work here at this city is done. Hmm. Thanks for not killing me. Uh, if you ever need an artificer, let me know. Okay, that's it. I'm done with that.
I'm just gonna blink slowly at him and move aside so he can go through.
I just will show up. I always knew you all were my favorite customers. After everything that you've done, I suppose bygones can be bygones. Hmm. I had plans to move from the city, but I think I'll be taking an extended stay here now that things have calmed down. And plus, I have a big fat check from the treasury coming in soon.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And finally, Reynard shows up as they bow deeply to all of you. I've gravely misjudged all of you at the beginning of this, and do appreciate your patience and our skepticism toward all of you. Whatever you are, we will not pry, but thank you. That is all.
I'm going to telepathically ask Reynard if he knows anything about spellcraft in particular.
Somewhat. Although I am a sorcerer, I have had a lot of powerful latent draconic energy that I've occasionally tried to make the most use of.
I might visit him or visit you in the future because I have ideas for a spell I would like to craft, but I might need some help with it.
How far in the future?
I'm not sure. It might not even be in the future. Ignore that.
Oh, very well. Um, they awkwardly walk off. Y'all did a great job out there. Good job, good hustle, everyone. As they start going around and just high fiving everyone.
Looks like someone outran death.
Oh yeah, uh, this fellow like a big scythe tried chasing me, and I just ran as fast as I could. Kind of worked itself out, but it's a long story.
Heard a story that went something like that once.
The big glowy portal is in front of all of you as all the others have entered through.
I'm deliberately trying to be the last one here.
Can Zane make me a +3
For
shield?
Whitestone. For Whitestone.
I'm
For
gonna
Whitestone.
fly into the portal after all the legions have gone through.
For Whitestone.
I mean, it's not all legions. There's soldiers in there too.
Oh,
For Whitestone.
I just meant like the Legion is in like all the troops.
For
A
Whitestone.
legion of iron, you say?
Maybe.
Damn, they really did just title drop on you.
Fly into the portal. Babbling, shouting about Zane. I forgot to ask you if you'd make me a shield.
I'm not at my computer, but I'm still trying to be the last one through. Because I have ideas. Or, well, plans, I guess.
For Whitestone. Welcome back, Growl. You see that the rest of the army and the other fellas have already exited through the portal.
Okay.
Couple.
Why?
Hello, welcome.
Why?
Hello.
Cool. Oh, can I swipe? Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. I got the bird now.
We better not be fighting anything because I completely forgot to level up.
Oh yeah! Did I
Right.
finish my spells?
I don't even know how to level up beyond 20.
I didn't do nameless.
I mean, by raw, you
completely-
actually can't level up past 20, but we have
Yeah,
special
I
rules
get
for
that, but how do we edit it? That's all.
Yeah, you don't.
It's probably not a
Oh,
spoiler to
so-
say that you're fine. You're fine this time. You're good.
What?
No worries.
What we did was you just quote unquote multi-class into a class that you don't have, and then you just changed all their stuff. I don't like to go above 20.
We got you. We got you. The annoying part of that on these sheets.
Also, if you're
It's-
already a warlock, and then Jamie gives you a level in warlock, what happens?
You are a level higher in Warlock at that point.
Okay, but in your patron?
That's a good question. Yes.
Okay.
I guess that's relevant for Nameless. Yeah. That's because Nameless is that. Yeah, it would be
No,
increased
well,
names.
that's not warlock stuff.
Yeah. So the main thing that you missed is that there was like all the people thanking you, and also you found a little bit of gold, and also there were 3 items that are currently unclaimed.
Cool.
Let me please.
Russ, the 125k, that's per person?
Yeah.
Okay, I will edit.
And let me go ahead and find where is this last one. Ah, there it is.
I mean,
Should I
I
just
would
call
like
this
the
hell?
primeval ring. I don't know if anyone else wants it, or if you're gonna anyone else, but so I'll throw it out there.
I'm not interested in
Yeah.
any of the three.
My world is not loading, I'm not sure why.
No, I don't really need any of that.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I like your...
A question with the primeval ring. Because it changes your charisma skills to wisdom, do you not lose proficiency in those skills if you have them? Or do
You would
gain
not.
those skills?
So you would keep deception, performance, and persuasion, and it would become wisdom instead. And then you get a plus 25 bonus to all 3 of those.
Sheesh.
So
I
you
missed a charisma skill, by the way.
Your world is not loading. I don't know why.
Huh.
I've never seen this issue before.
That's very specific. Um, 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 um.
Let me try a different
Let's see if
browser.
let's see if it also will fix itself when we change maps in a moment.
Oh, are you on like a weird map?
No, we're in the endless quarter map, but maybe when we return back to the Citadel map
Oh,
or
I
the
mean like
library. Whatever
I
happens.
can't even get into login. I don't think.
Oh,
Unless
oh. Hmm.
this is
I
being
mean,
weird.
on our end, or at least on my end, it shows you as being in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, say.
Maybe I just logged in and I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I might try Internet Explorer or whatever
Okay.
the replacement is for Internet Explorer.
Edge.
Yeah,
Kids these days won't know what Internet Explorer is. You're like, Internet Explorer. They're like, what? What's that? Why are you so old and frumpy? Okay. Growl and Elocution, I presume, are through the portal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it worked on Edge.
Oh, huh.
Okay, well I guess I'll stay here for now. Oh god, everything's so weird though. Zoom out slightly.
Let me zoom out slightly.
I
Yeah,
assume
there it
I'm
is.
alone now.
You're here.
All right, I'm going to take the pink teddy out of my backpack and start Arcana checking it, because I never actually took the time to fully examine it.
Alright, what items we got?
Okay.
Saturday. Whoops, I meant to click on Sunday.
You go ahead and take a look over at the teddy bear from earlier that you poached that Quill had been looking for. Looking it over, this teddy bear has like some basic transmutation magic on it to make sure like it doesn't get too dirty, but that's about it. It's otherwise there's nothing that seems tremendously significant about it.
But we know that's not the case based on the legend lore. So basically, it just there's stuff on it that I cannot detect whatsoever, even with Arcana expertise. All right. Well, party, I'm considering destroying this thing.
What?
The
What?
teddy
The
bear.
teddy bear?
Yes.
Do we have an item description thing for the teddy bear?
No.
This is the one that what's his face wanted.
Yeah, Quill wants us to
Quill,
bring it
yes.
back to him. And according to the legend lore, it's... I wrote it down in Aqua's DM. Let me get back to my computer.
What were the items that we got?
Oh yes, sorry. Let me pull them back up again.
There's a cat's knife.
According to legend lore, it is being used as a possible anchor to test the full extent of relational anchoring. I assume with Arcana expertise, I don't know what relational anchoring is in this context.
You do actually. Relational anchoring means that there are a lot of things that work like for spells and the like based on whether or not they are related to somebody in some way. So, for example, witches are a
Oh, like
great example.
hag magic.
Yeah, they can empower a lot of their stuff by getting
Having a
like
piece of the person they're trying to curse.
yes, that's a relational anchor.
So is he trying to use this related to Mila, perhaps, then? Since this belonged to her. Like, perhaps by keeping it in here, it would be able to just draw her in here without her ever actually coming into the library.
Are you communicating that you're considering destroying it, or is this more of an out of character question?
I might have done it with people I could trust to be quiet with my telepathy before everyone went through. So I guess that would be sin and elocution. So if I mean out of character, I still want to know everyone's opinions on just destroying it. So don't feel like you can't say anything because of that.
Oh no. It's just,
I'm assuming it's
I'm
like a
fine.
magic item. Like, can we cast Identify on it to see if we can get a bit more details?
I have Identify.
Yes,
Oh, what
Oh,
would you like though?
the teddy bear.
yeah.
Yes, when you use identify on it, it's not a magic item. It's just it's a bear. It's the teddy variety, and here you can tell that it's pink.
What if we just hold it hostage?
I mean, we might as well destroy it then if that's the case.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on it to make it taste like peppermint eels, toss it up in the air, and just swallow it whole like a turtle.
Are you sure eating is the best idea?
Nom, 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 nom.
I
I
mean,
What if you
I'm
become
a-
the
I
anchor?
support this option.
I'm a dragon. Almost anything I eat will get converted very efficiently into elemental energy, so it will just become lightning inside of my blood after I eat it.
It's a pretty fast process. Like a little bolt of lightning exits your nostrils for a moment, and then
All right.
just don't eat
I'm
magic
now-
item.
Now, I'll begin before I leave the portal. I want to start talking to Aze and tell him that whenever he tells this story, to leave everything related to that teddy bear out of it.
I have no idea what on earth that was about, man. I ain't read that in.
I mean, it's just good story writing, conservation of detail. If it's not important, don't include it.
Yeah, I've been going by that philosophy this entire time. I've only included the most important parts of this story, and everything I wrote was factually accurate to what actually happened.
Insight check.
Delusion is a powerful thing.
Is this itty bitty cleaver like a dagger now, or like?
I
what
think
is
it's
it?
mentioned it can be either a dagger or a hand axe, depending on what you prefer.
Oh, I think I'm probably take it then.
All right, I got back to my
Literally,
computer
the itty
just so
bitty
that I
foot.
can click this button. Well,
Yeah, totally, man.
all right. Well,
It all seems pretty
Wait,
factual.
Where's Ray? Doesn't Ray have a thing for the ones?
Not.
I did this after everyone left specifically
Oh my god.
Yeah,
because I was
That's
trying
so
to
good.
do things.
and that's only on attack rolls.
Oh, fine, okay.
All right. Oh, through the portal, back to Whitestone.
You get so excited when you see a 1 rolled on an attack roll.
I mean, it's just
You
it's
enter
a
the portal.
statistical anomaly at this point. Like,
I gotta reconfigure all my settings. It's
No.
outrageous.
It's unfair.
like,
What the heck is this?
like, allied ones on attack rolls happen so infrequently that when the enemies crit or crit fail, I consider using it on them. That's how little I get to use this feature.
Because there's a lot of advantage on Growl, a lot of advantage on Sin. I don't really have advantage, but I can re-roll my lightning spells.
Sorry, where's the dark mode, light mode setting?
Like for character sheets and stuff?
Yeah.
It should be by default, but let me double check that it is.
Oh, the goof off them?
Oh, wait, hold on. Default sheet is... Yeah, it should be in the dark one by default.
And I want it light because my eyes cannot
Oh,
read
I
it.
see.
Yeah.
I think it's inside of the configure settings, I believe it is.
Okay, I'm there.
Um,
Just clicking through everything, right? I just don't see it yet.
yeah, let me see. It would be tidy 5e sheets, and
Oh.
then color theme. That's the one you're looking for. Under
Oh, there
tidy
we go.
5e.
Oh yeah, it was locked. That's probably why I missed it. Okay,
Okay.
UI.
All right. You enter through the portal, heading back over to Whitestone. It's been a real trip, y'all. Have fun back wherever you're going. Tell people to buy the book. It's never on sale because I got to make some money off of it. But like, I'll offer discounts over to people that.
What about my shield? I cry as we go into the abyss.
I was genuinely expecting an epilogue over in Whitestone. Commune with nature. I'm searching for undead.
All right. 1 second. You return back over to the Great Library. And there's two things in a row that begin to happen. Three things actually that are happening. The first is that you find that for the first time, you are not actually alone in this library. As you exit out of your book, you see that a lot of other people are exiting out of other books as well at pretty much coincidentally the same time. Like other people you've seen and refugees from like Candlekeep just here inside of
That's not
the
sus at all.
library. They all kind of looking at each other and start excitedly talking about the adventures they just had reading through their own individual chapters.
I try to shout a random spoiler from one of the books we've been in.
What's her face dies?
What's his face dies? No, not what's his
Baron?
face.
Was that her name? I can't remember.
It's either Valen or Varen.
Baron?
It's Valen, I believe, with an L.
Oh, Valen? Oh, Valen.
Yeah, but
Does it work? Am I like... Is free speech re-enabled?
Free speech.
go ahead.
Oh.
Make a performance check area. Let's see how serious you sound about this spoiler.
Well, before I do, did anybody else want to contest the ring, or is it mine?
No.
The
I'm
Prime Ring?
interested in the cleaver. Does anyone want that?
I'm not interested in any of them.
Okay.
Cool, then I can add a 25 to this. Wait, persuasion. Persuasion? Performance is... Okay, cool. So I should use wisdom for this, so... I may as well just roll...
You can edit your skills so that they use wisdom instead of charisma.
I will get on that. Plus 25.
So that is a 48
Oh wait,
on
actually,
this.
I still have my guidance.
Guidance.
Of course.
It's not wait. 4? Okay, there we go. 50.
Yelling out loud with your the primeval ring empowering you, you suddenly get the attention of basically all the people inside of your like local immediate vicinity that start shouting at you for being a dick. You feel like you have done not a good deed.
Dun dun dun.
I'm gonna look at the ring on my hand and just go, stupid ring.
I would argue that trying to disincentivize any of these people from using the books would be a good deed, because that goes counter to Quill's plans.
Bro.
The second thing you notice is that the Legion of Iron kind of takes on a sort of golden glowy sheen to all of your eyes.
Well,
I'm going to examine it.
You're looking it over and it's bright and shiny and crisp and nice. Like it's got like almost covered inside of a glowing glitter.
If I cast Detect Magic, do I detect anything?
No, you don't detect anything specifically.
If I open it, does anything happen?
You open it up and the tales of your adventures inside are clearly labeled there. But you do not feel drawn to the book anymore.
Do I feel the... Like, before earlier when we opened it, we could still felt like we could push our way in. Do I still feel that?
Yes, you felt that before where like you're able to forcibly, like in the past, you did. But at this current moment, no, it doesn't feel like that. So
Hmm.
when you pick up when you try to you go ahead and just kind of briefly pick up like the Kenobic bean, just kind of see if it has a similar feeling, and you do not feel drawn inside of it either.
Interesting.
Do I like you when we first entered the library? Like we were able to follow like a pull, like to the books. Do I feel that pull? Because I was drawn to all three.
No, there's currently no pull to any of the books.
I'm gonna ask the others if they also feel nothing like that.
I shall check. Which one was my book again?
You were Legion of Iron.
Oh, yeah. Do I feel anything? Do I feel more accomplished now?
You don't feel drawn to the Legion of Iron, but and honestly, this is kind of my fault. I should have made this more clear. As you were as the bit of loot there was lying all across the ground, the primeval ring is something that you just keep finding yourself glancing at over and over.
Oh,
You're not even intending to. It's just you just look at it on Ray's finger right there. The little weak
yeah. That
itty bitty.
was... I could just take it. I could just take it.
It makes me wonder if that's related to your personal quest. If that could help somehow. The ring, I mean.
Hmm. I ask the fairy, can I just look at it? Have a look.
Sure. I'll like extend my arm out.
If I touch it, does anything happen?
You ever seen that one scene from Lord of the Rings where like, after all, why shouldn't I?
I've seen the
Why
memes.
shouldn't I? That's the expression you have on your face at the moment.
Oh
As
my
you're
god.
up to the ring.
Oh, does it feel...
Sin and Ray were also drawn to Legion of Iron.
Not gonna lie, I don't remember.
I mean, does anyone else feel this pull?
I mean, I'm just
No.
do either of those two feel any kind of connection to the other items? That's what I basically was trying to ask.
No, they don't. But for Ray's end, what you do see is that the something very significant has happened. Ray, where's Holly? Where's Holly?
Here? Not here?
There's Holly. As Ray, how did you not notice this whole time that Holly's been playing with what is effectively like a beach ball sized good deed? They can't even eat it. It's too large, so they're just playing with it like a giant beach ball.
Huh.
It's surprisingly floaty.
Maybe I was just
Maybe
looking
not.
at the ring instead. Wait, wait, is the ball of good deeds dive into a ball?
Would you like to try? You dive headlong into it, and you're just floating inside of it, like some kind of weird goody syrup.
Elemental good is syrupy. Good to know.
Can confirm. That probably doesn't feel that nice to be surrounded by it. Like, I might be real.
I mean, it's probably nice and warm at the very least.
It's true. Huh. How am I gonna carry all this around?
Ollie offers to eat it, so that way they can carry it. They're trying to be helpful.
Orb-shaped
That's
elephant.
clearly greed. They're being motivated by greed.
Wait, the more I look at this ring, the more I'm like,
Wait, random
I want to
question.
fight for the ring now.
For level 21, how much HP do we get if we're multi-class and we have different dice?
You pick whichever class you're leveling with your 21st level. You get that hit die plus your con mod, and then you get to pick between either a maximized hit die roll or a +1 to any of your stats after the hit die roll.
Ring PvP,
Wait,
bring.
you
Okay,
also
let's
get
go.
the features from that class too then?
No, the only thing that goes up from that epic level is your prof bonus and any feature that specifically refers to your class level. So like fighters would get more out of second wind, for example, if they leveled up fighter.
I see.
Oh, and you also get to cast or prepare or learn more spells if you for picking a caster class.
Okay.
The PvP was mentioned earlier, but oh no, it might actually happen.
Oh,
So, like, just for context, are you wanting to like roll for the ring, or are you gonna like try? Are you gonna like swipe at me?
I'll roll. I won't attack you.
Okay, fair enough. Because to be fair,
I just want to see if the urges win.
like if I didn't have alerts, I'd say you could have a surprise right on me, because I probably wouldn't, or the Ray probably wouldn't expect that.
Well, I think Grau would ask first before just straight up trying to steal it.
I don't know. This sounds like the One Ring at this point. You know, I've seen those films recently.
With one hobbit strangling the other.
All right, let's go.
Strangling the other. Wait, you calling grouse shorts?
I'm just referring to the movie where that happened. The hobbit that became Golem.
Why not? Why shouldn't I have it? Growl, you just start placing the finger on your ring. You like this ring is like resistant to being taken off or placed on, so you have to like struggle for a whole minute trying to get it on your finger as Ray watches this whole process of you borrowing the ring.
I mean, that's actually really good for your intimidation feature, because you get to use your
Yeah.
better wisdom and then also add another 25 onto it.
And my deception. So that's what I was mainly seeing. Oh
You
no! I
become-
can't take it off, Ray. Sorry.
You become a
like,
master of delusion. A master of self-deception.
Ray just like is like kind of rolling their eyes a bit as Yoda is like, okay, fine, you can have the ring, like, but it takes a second. Just you know, hold up.
I kind of want to poke the orb of good. Just with my claw, see what that feels like. 'Cause you don't get to fucking touch that kind of thing that often.
You poke the orb of pure goodness. It's warm to the touch, and it's like a sort of jelly-like glass in that like it holds its form rigidly, but when you poke at it, it kind of like compresses just a little bit.
Does it wobble?
It does not wobble.
wobble.
Does that ping off of anything for detect magic in particular? Just curious.
If it was anything, I would think that it is probably
Conjuration?
yeah, they are kind of just being conjured out of thin air, aren't they? Like one moment there's nothing, and the next moment there's just good deeds. And that's cool. Good deeds are cool. We like good deeds.
Do I still have my piece of paper that's signed by Lord Alba?
Which paper?
The one that confirmed good deed.
It's
That
like a
paper.
receipt.
Was it on paper you brought in to the book?
Yeah, I scribbled it on the back of my religious dissertation that I got from my background.
Then yes, yeah, it would have returned back with you.
Also, can you just throw in the ring real quick again? The item description.
What about the ring?
Oh, can you just throw in the item description again? Yeah.
Oh yes, I got
This
you.
one is the copy. Yeah.
I can edit your stats for your skills real quick for you.
Oh, thank you. Just copy and paste.
Yes, but as you're like having your own little jolly gallivanting here inside of the library, there's a lot of people in a similar situation, they're all just like excitedly talking about it. It's almost like the air is filled with the merriment of people who have just enjoyed their own adventures. When the light here in the library, it's always got a little bit light in it, right? Sort of artificially, is starting to dim a little bit, but that's it.
You,
It's just slightly.
you didn't get back to me on if I sensed any undead with commune with nature.
No, you don't. You do not detect any undead.
Would I have sensed Miram from here before this time?
I think you have previously, didn't you? Or at the very least, I think. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. I remember you had to get like near the big. You were close to the unpublished room last time. I think when you previously checked.
Okay. I mean, I'll start heading that way to check then.
Right. You get over to where the entrance to the unpublished room is, and you try using to see if there's any powerful undead, but you do not sense any.
Hmm. I could ask Sin. Actually, no, I'm gonna fucking ask my echo if I can try to get the echo that informs me that she was missing the first time and try to get more information. So I'll use my item interaction to use my dragon sight.
Okay. Dragon sight. You see that because echoes don't necessarily share the same temporal spot as you, but you do see the echo is leaving the cavern right around this time, and by this time it you know what constitutes this time gets really wibbly and wobbly when you start dealing with parallel realities, but yeah, it's the echo is leaving at this time.
I'm going to, well, ask them what happened. Like, why is Mira missing? What do they know about that? Why is my Mira missing? I suppose.
This echo seems. Well, I'm just trying to think about what the timeline of events for how that works out on their end because wibbly wobbly time stuff. This echo is confused because Miriam has not disappeared yet, but they said they will get back to you in a moment.
I
A
suppose it
moment
doesn't
later, the
help.
echo is.
So to say, I suppose it doesn't
A
help when
moment
it
later.
comes. The books are also altering time shit.
Yeah, you see the echo disappear from view, and then it reappears in view, and it informs you that Miriam was there and then suddenly just wasn't there one day, just gone. There was no note left behind or anything. It was just incredibly sudden. They just weren't there any longer.
I'm gonna head to the unpublished realm and use the Ring of Memory to try to see if I can pinpoint exactly when she vanished, or maybe even to see where she went, possibly.
All right. So you use the Ring of Memories over in the unpublished realm to be able to see into the past. Using the ring, you get a good look. As you see that Miriam is currently just laying there inside of their chamber, when suddenly their eyes seem to take on a sort of different look on them. This would have been approximately 2 weeks ago after using the Ring of Memories to go back to check things. And you see that suddenly they just like stare off into the distance with an incredibly vacant look in their eyes, and they just fly off somewhere into the distance of the mass expanse that makes up the library.
Does that look anything like what charm effects would look like?
It's got a similar vibe to being controlled in some capacity.
Which direction?
In this case, it seemed like they went west as far as whatever that means in the context of, like, wibbly space.
Is there a path I can take to try to follow that?
The Ring of Memories does not let you see beyond a certain radius around where it's instantiated. So
It got much bigger, like when it got upgraded.
see,
While I was checking out, can I get a very quick TLDR?
they're investigating why Miriam has disappeared.
Okay, I go.
You see that they are essentially going directly due west and then sort of south at that point. But while trying to follow along, you're starting to the space around here is getting difficult because it's not linear. It's
And
not quite.
I wasn't actually trying to follow. I was just trying to see if there was a path that I could follow because did we levitate in there? I don't remember.
No.
Really. Well, I have absolutely no mobility options, so if it was like over like empty air, I actually can't follow.
So if we're
And
trying to
what you see there is
find Miriam, as the person who was the runner to the Miriam dimension every day for a couple of weeks, do I have any easier chance navigating this terrain?
I mean, you can fly. That would help a lot. I can't. I can pass the ring to you so that you can try to keep up, I suppose.
If you recall, I even documented which bends were certain bends. I feel like I recall.
I remember the sick left. I remember hearing that a lot.
Yeah, the sick left that goes wah, something like that.
wow.
But I will cast summon. I mean, commune with nature out here to see if I do sense undead within 3 miles.
I'm gonna, since there's a lot happening here in the unpublished realm, just bring us there 1 second. Where is my button? Oh, I hit toggle navigation, and I think I actually removed it instead of not removing it.
So you unpublished the unpublished realm. Does that make it
I
published?
did. Hmm. Yeah, the sequence of events were that sometime 2 weeks ago, Miriam's eye suddenly took on this vacant look, and they just flew due west, sort of south, down into the foggy ethereal-ish distance. And that's about it. If you try to retrace it exactly, Ari, by flying over there, you notice that it's not exactly a linear path, however, because space inside of the library constantly is shifty and wobbly. And sometimes when you think you're going down, turns out you're not actually going down. It's fine enough inside of this main chamber, but then like the further you try to follow, the more wibbly things get, to the point where you risk getting lost if you don't backtrack quickly enough.
So we can't follow. Gotcha.
I don't sense her from here with the communicator.
You do not sense them with communication.
I'll reach out with my telepathy. I believe
There
it's
is no response.
okay. Okay, Growl, I think I did finish updating your things from the ring.
Give it a test roll, Growl. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my goodness! Holy guacamole!
I also try to keep track of which proficiencies you gained from the ring and which proficiencies you lost from the ring. I put it in your biography tab, so that if you ever take it off. I think I got that right.
But they got medicine. They only lost acrobatics. That's it. Literally just acrobatics. Hello there, Bahamut. Good to see you joined the party.
I think you also do have more ki now, Growl, because you count as a level 21 monk, and I think monk ki is really specifically tied to monk level.
Yeah, although they are muted at the moment.
Okay.
I was speaking this whole time. I didn't know.
No,
Thank you.
I
Sorry.
saw.
Sorry. Thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, I bet you understand the pain of like, I was going somewhere with that. Then I changed my mind. Never mind.
Well, if we can't follow with the ring and I can't censor with communicate nature, the only option I can think of left is sin ritual casting, find the path to try to find her body. But that would only find her body and not her, I think, if they're not in the same place.
Wait, did you didn't say ask a question, did you? I don't see one. No, Jamie, not like this. No. Not this time. No, not like this. Like I'm multitasking. I'm trying. What am I witnessing? Finding all sorts of truths.
It looks vaguely
Well,
like
that
Pong, but I don't think it's Pong.
I was kind of thinking of Pong too.
You said
Okay,
three
well,
things happened when we left the books, right? The first one was the crowd of people. What were the other two?
you didn't the good deed orb and then the well, orb is a small is not quite grand enough. The good deed beach ball
Boulder?
and find the borb and last was that you weren't detecting Mira with community nature.
Does anything happen if Holly eats it?
Would you like Holly to try to eat it? They're having trouble bunching down on it though. It's because it's
Just cut it
so
in
fast.
half. Cut it into pieces.
I'll use enlarge to make them bigger, and then let them eat it.
I like Crystal's idea of going dungeon meshing style and like making good deed soup or something, but it works.
Make it into sorbet.
Good deeds for Bay. Um, you have Holly consume it, and it's what's the way of describing exactly what happens. You watch Holly, and my God, oh my God, Holly undergoes something incredible. They burp very loudly.
I bat them on the snout.
Oh, I need to change Growl's prof bonus.
Can you also help me change my keep, please? Thank you.
I mean, that's easier. Like, I should just be able to manually change it from 20 to 21, right?
Oh, it's not letting me.
You might have it tied to the key feature in your features.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, sorry, while this is going on, I'm just double checking some stuff.
I've added the effect very proficient. It's increasing your prof bonus.
Yeah.
Just double checking some things. Okay, so yes, you are here. You've what you see is what you have seen.
Wise words.
Yes, wise words indeed. The library continues to stay at the same dimness level as it is now, where the lights aren't as bright as they were earlier. Even here in the unpublished realm, it's like dim all over the entire library.
Is it anything like the dimness when we're entering or exiting one of the books?
No, it's not. The closest comparison to this dimness is like when this is very specific. If there's like let's say a shopkeeper who sells bread and then they have to leave work early on in the day, so they turn off the lights, but the sun is still shining through.
I was in like maybe Quill's not manning the station, so to speak. I mean, that should be easy enough to check if we try to like poke my head out through the emerald door. Speaking of which, I want to check the thing on top of Candlekeep to see if that looks any different.
Okay. As you return back here, you do see that more people are exiting out of their books at around the same time that everybody else did. Right? It's like staggered a little bit, but people are exiting, and there's quite a bit, and people are heading toward the emerald door to exit the library.
I mean, I'm not certain there's anything to be gained by staying around right here right now. So yeah, I will try to exit the emerald door.
Okay. And I presume everyone else is following as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second. Exiting back over to the main citadel itself, you find that as everybody is like exiting and they're all heading back over to tavern or wherever else their accommodations are, you look behind, you look up, and two things you look behind you. The first thing is, yes, the light on the top of Candlekeep has grown increasingly bright. This is the brightest it has ever been so far. People are even actually able to notice it themselves, and they just comment on how pretty it looks. The second thing that happens is that you see that the emerald door is no longer shimmering at all. And while people are exiting out of it fine, the door itself has lost a sort of emerald sheen that previously had, that has, well, made it the emerald door.
What color is it now?
It's more like just a dull emerald.
Is it like the thing up top is siphoning power from the library? I mean, it's gotten brighter, the library's gotten dimmer, and so has the emerald door. Are you intentionally not responding, or did you Discord?
I don't think that's a. That sounds like speculation, like a rhetorical question. I wasn't. That didn't seem like the answer is that sounds like what you think might be the case. It's a possibility. It's plausible. It's something.
I don't suppose Arcana expertise or Insight expertise help with that.
You attempt to insight the giant thing on top of the tower, and no, it doesn't quite assist. With the Arcana expertise, it sounds plausible, but there's a lot of missing information to be able to deduce any further than that, because there's a lot of something going on here. But it's plausible.
How destroyable does the thing up top look?
You look, and the amount of concentrated magic up there is incredibly high. It would require having to get past that entire, almost like almost it's emitting like some kind of big repelling force on it, which aligns with what you understand about Candlekeep's history, that it has had previously had access to. There are rumors of it having a sort of ultimate defensive network that it's capable of employing to protect the library.
Miriam once mentioned that there's like a way to get to it from the library itself, right? Like she even mentioned that she
Yes.
could show us that way, but it didn't seem quite prudent just yet because we didn't have like an actual plan for dealing with anything.
You do recall this conversation, yes?
Is Quill here at the door?
Will is not here at the door currently.
I'm thinking of just straight up asking him what he did to Miriam. But that would reveal that we have noticed Miriam, and we actually had known her enough to know her name. And it seems like he enchanted the ropes to prevent anyone from hearing Miriam. So it seems like he wants to keep her existence hidden. So remember, right, we couldn't hear her while we were touching those, but we could when we, or well, Sin could while we weren't.
I couldn't.
Does anyone have any ideas?
My only idea
While
is
you
I
await
want
with
to
some
check for an ironstone in the shop before we start any fights.
While
I
you're
didn't hear what-
considering that, Sorry. While you were considering the Ion Stone plan with the shopping there, nameless sin. You, as you're exiting out of the library, you kind of receive a message from Professor Yogar. As they go, okay, test AC6. Are you here in the library yet? Outside? Yes. You've been in there a long time.
How am I getting this message?
Ascending.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
lets you telepathically
You
communicate
yeah,
back
I
up
can
to
reply
25
back.
words.
Yeah, I'll reply back and be like, we just recently left the library. Do you need something?
You should also ask how long it's been.
Yeah, I can ask you when I get there.
Yes, I have exciting news. Get over here.
Sin gets over there.
You enter into the office, and Professor Yogar will tell you, okay, behold the accumulation of everything.
Oh,
Echo does not look like a centaur. Echo
yay!
looks like Echo.
Yay!
You would not believe how much it took to be able to make this possible. But you were in there
What
for an
was the secret?
extraordinarily long.
Wait, how long were we in there for?
You haven't had a contact with you for a month now.
Whoa. I
We were only in, like, on our side, the book for maybe like 2 days most, right? And that's a much different time ratio than usual.
Correct.
felt like
Usually it's like 4 times. That's 15 times.
only 2 days for us. This time dilation is getting pretty wonky. Congratulations, Echo!
Does that mean we're
I'll
in the
turn
summer
into
now?
nameless just so they can see each other.
Late spring.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was my hatch day yet or not. Yeah.
Oh, Nameless and Echo are cuddling.
Cheers! So, what was the secret?
Oh. They explain using a cup analogy again of like moving things around, and eventually they go with. But at the end, I found that it was easier to manipulate all of the demon bodies and then slowly kill them, so they had just enough soul left inside that I was able to sort of make modifications to the body and then fill that up with a new vessel, and then more importantly, I was able to devise one of these, which made all the difference. As they pull up another orb, similar to the one they had previously given you, but it's even darker than it was previously, and also shinier at the same time. It's kind of a weird combo.
So what happens if we touch that orb to Holly's orb?
The orbs unite, but they tell you, Nameless, this has a very interesting property that I was experimenting with. Behold this. Watch. They place the orb on the ground and they run out of the room. And then
Duck and cover.
what?
Okay.
They appear back where the orb was.
Huh.
Ah. This is
Interesting.
a soul anchor.
That could
Oh.
be useful.
The logistics are a little bit difficult, but you know how like with something like Revivify, and then you have like a body, and then it brings the soul back to where the body was. This somewhat functions as like a temporary body of sorts that the soul returns to, and then the body is jettisoned right afterward to return over to where it is.
Huh.
Does that work with the books, you think? Like being able to like enter the book and then get pulled out of it by the soul anchor?
Then we'll inquire what the professor thinks of that.
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I must be honest, I don't really know how they work. I know how this works, but I don't really know how the books work.
That's something I've been annoyed by myself recently.
That's really interesting. So,
Yes.
do you
Now,
have more of these orbs that you could maybe connect to other people?
they hand it
Anchor
over to
other
you.
people?
It is through the resource that you provided me through your journeys that I was able to obtain even this much. I will make another one for myself later, but this one is yours.
Thank you.
Oh, this guy knows demons, right?
I think so.
Like,
I guess I'll
he
call this Soul Anchor Orb.
did Baphomet's horns
Yeah.
come out of the book with me? Like, are they in my backpack if I check?
Yes, they are.
Do they seem genuine to me?
They look genuine enough. There is clearly like some demonic mojo going on with them. Um, of course, they're not the real Baphomet because the real Baphomet isn't in the book. But I mean, if somebody tried passing these off as the real horns of Baphomet, people would believe it.
I mean, that's interesting because there is no way, like, as you said, the real horns would be in the books, and yet I was able to pull out pseudo real horns from the book with me. I mean, that theoretically
You
should
did.
tell us more about how the books work, but I wish I understood how those fucking things worked. Like, we've established before that like a bunch of things don't come out because like I thought my assumption was that those weren't things that were actively put into the books, like they were just like part of the book setting. Like with the Koshef's tools that Yuki Shana tried taking out of the Legion of Iron, but like all the gold pieces were deliberately put in there, so that's why we're able to bring those out along with all the magic items. But these horns are neither of those.
So,
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
following that logic, if we went back into the book, Baphomet would be missing his horns.
I mean,
It's
that would be
true.
funny. And we have established that the magic items we take from the books are no longer present in the books, in the narratives. Because Brax no longer had the Psychic Great Club anymore. Instead, he had a shield when we next saw him after we took the Great Club. And then when we traded the fucking decanter of endless water, it changed the narrative because it caused the whole of Rekatoin to be flooded. Because someone had used it previously to flood it.
True. Who knows?
My brain doesn't work, it's daytime, so I don't know how to logic this out.
Well, considering that, Professor Yogard is going to mention something that they're also trying to logic out as they go. Now, there is still one problem, one minor issue. Echo is back to normal, but and they kind of motion at you. You
Not.
are not,
So
and that is
does this mean you need more demon bodies to separate myself and Sin?
uh, I I need to do some more research to be able to figure out. You know what would be so useful though is like if there was an easy way to be able to like carve out the little soul bits. It is starts getting more difficult when things start mingled together in your way. See, well, we're only dealing with like one, like water and oil together, right? It was the the liquid inside of the wrong body. It was possible to change the body, but what do you do when both essences are mixed together? It is much trickier to work with. Um, hmm.
Oh, this is because last time when you separate Echo and I, you had to replace us Well, one of us was Sin, right? But there's still no way
Correct.
to safely separate the bodies.
I mean, this
Let's
kind of
see.
soul magic is basically unheard of because no one's ever really needed this type of thing before, is my understanding.
Yeah.
So, like, even if we tried to hitting up other sources of soul magic sages, like liches and the like, I don't think they would be very useful, even if we could trust them.
Hmm.
Well, let's be happy with one major goal achieved. I think that is a grand success.
Yeah, this is indeed great. Come back, Echo!
As you're celebrating, you hear thrashing from the nearby room and then sort of like whimpering as
Oh, peer
Joker
over.
goes and upon the demon, who is huddled against the wall as far as they possibly can be. What are you so scared about? I'm not even killing you yet.
I mean, a demon would want to be killed, right? So it respawns back in the abyss.
Oh, remember how they work.
It's strange that they're acting that way. They've never done that.
Really?
Can I search, like, if there's
What?
anything present with my blind sight? If there's anything invisible that's menacing it, perhaps?
You do have your insight, yeah. Insight's nice. It does seem like it's afraid of something in particular that has entered into this room.
I'm going to detect thoughts on it.
You detect thoughts, and what you hear them thinking is he here? Is he here to kill me?
Oh,
What?
you know what? Is it reacting to Jojira's presence because Jojira is carrying the horns?
You pull up the horns, and they seem to be afraid of it, but they seem to recognize that it isn't like Baphomet's, and they calm down from that. Oh, maybe it's. But why do I still? As they continue to sort of scratch relentlessly at the walls.
What other Baphomet items do we have on our persons here?
I don't have any.
I don't have any.
Wait, Jojira, walk out of the room.
Wait, I thought you had.
I
Let's see if
will,
the demon's still scared after you walk out of the room.
I was going to delve deeper into its thoughts, detect
Oh yeah, you
magic.
can do
It'll
that too. That's
know,
fine.
but I don't care if it knows.
Yeah, you the probe its thoughts further as you detect that specifically it is feeling the presence of it knows that Heart Cleaver is nearby. And it thinks it's
Oh,
next walk.
Oh, that's right. Sin has a thing. Okay, I completely forgot I got that item.
well, problem solved. I will inform the Yogard that it's afraid of a demonic magic item that Sin is carrying, and then leave it at that.
But why would it be scared of death though if it just respawns?
It's very possible that Heart Cleaver has clauses that bypass that, or at least the normal one does. It's like it auto killed Sin on the ground, if you remember.
Did it? I don't remember. I
Yeah,
think
it
he went to
bypassed
attack
your
me
death
multiple
saves.
times. Oh, I see. Wait, why do we only have a portion of it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't here for this part, but because it's a big flippin' axe, and they didn't think anybody would use a giant flippin' massive axe, they turned it into a smaller version of itself.
Did that weaken it? I mean, it doesn't have that like auto kill clause that the big one had, so presumably.
Jay's dead again.
Alright, I am not dead. I'm just about to respond to that. 1 second.
Oh.
Unless A screwed up in some way, it shouldn't have gotten any weaker.
I mean, that's not something we can discount. That is a very distinct possibility.
A screwed up in some way.
Or maybe it's
Okay.
hidden. Like, you know how curses like are supposed to be hidden? Like maybe that's like part of a cursed effect on it or something.
I don't know. Can I legend lore this cleaver? Like the itty bitty part?
You legend lore the itty bitty cleaver, and the relevant legend lore is um approximately along the lines of a reforged version of the heart cleaver that belongs to Baphomet. It possesses a lot of the same soul-rending properties of the original, along with being devious and horrifying to demons all around.
A lot of the property? So is it implying that everything we know about it is not all it does?
Soul-rending properties is what it said.
Yeah.
Soul rending. I
mean,
what's
theoretically,
soul
that's like
rending?
separating.
What if we use it to cut Sin and Nameless apart? Is that even possible?
Why not try it? I'm not farming you for good deeds, by the way. Promise.
I let the professor look at the cleaver.
Do you mind if I test something?
Go for it.
Goodbye, demon.
I'll be right back. You may want to cover your ears. They enter the
Okay.
chamber of the with the demon.
Okay. Fine, we'll just watch.
But please hold. I have to put something here. 1 second. Sorry, let me make that more clear.
I like to think that this is just going on simultaneously while Ray is shopping, with elevator music playing in the background.
We can't reveal what's happening inside of this chamber. Just know that in order to keep this a PG stream, the
Are you cute this?
Professor Yoga, when Professor Yoga exits out, they go, "That's fascinating, very very interesting." They they pull up what appears to be like a vial that has like little bits of glowing ethereal liquid in it that's also transparent.
Oh.
Yes, it's a little bit of soul. I bled it out of the demon.
Wasn't expecting the cup metaphor to be that literal.
Yeah. So, what exactly are the properties of a piece of a soul?
Oof, I do you ever wonder what would happen if you drank one of these? I'm not going to, but
I don't think we should. Well,
yeah, I think that would be a bad idea. But this is very interesting. Typically, things like keep souls intact or rend them partially, but instead, all it did in this case was take out a little bit at a time.
It's like it's bleeding it.
I do not. It's bleeding its soul. Uh, you look inside of the room where the demon was, and you see that same sort of soul liquid is essentially like splattered everywhere. I don't think that one's reforming anytime soon.
Interesting.
But this brings up some interesting possibilities. If indeed it's possible to bleed only a little bit of a soul, and there's a way to identify parts of it, then it may be possible to more accurately separate the two of you.
Can we interact with the soul like fragment that you're holding in any way?
I wonder what it looks like under
Yeah.
detect magic.
Do it. Do
Um,
the detect magic thing.
Elocution considers bleeding intonation. That's an interesting idea. Um, uh, you you detect magic over onto this little soul vial that they have right here. And while they're looking over at the little soul vial, they're like, fascinating. The detect magic on it is none of the school of magics. It just says soul. That's what you detect.
Not even necromancy.
Detect
No, not even
soul.
necromancy.
Does the aura, like the visible aura, like around the soul, look like anything I'm familiar with my Arcana studies?
No, this is completely brand new. It seems unrelated to a lot of the because it's not a magical thing per se. It's just an object in the same way that one might try to identify like a rock.
Wait, sorry, did you say we could interact with the soul fragment?
Yeah, it's like literally inside of a vial of liquid that they currently have, and they're just sloshing
Like,
it around.
can it interact with us if it's like a part of a soul? Like, can we communicate? Is this something we can communicate with? Like,
I don't think so. It's just it would be like trying to communicate with a finger.
is it?
Yeah, they, they flick the vial a bit. Are you still angry at me? No response. Well,
Is that
that's not much.
demon dead then? In the corner.
Oh yes, absolutely. It's gone.
Okay, so we just have a part. So where's the rest of it? So I'm assuming it's back in like hell and Avernus. Does that mean it's
Well,
missing a part of
I
itself now?
I consider part of it, but I think I bled it too much, so I think it just gone.
Hmm. Interesting.
I mean,
Okay.
this is a theoretically useful tool against fiends.
Yeah.
Are you going to suggest elocution? Are you going to suggest bleeding intonation while you're here? As the just brought it up.
I mean, I would assume that you wouldn't want to risk intonation, and you would rather use one of the unclaimed skitter widgets. Seems a little cruel though. Just awaken it, then stab it.
For science.
For science. Okay. You could bring out one of the widgets if you'd like elocution while science is happening over here. Oh, I'm going to need to get some more subjects later.
I could probably help you with that pretty easily.
Do they need to be fiends?
Um, on the grounds of not having my PhD revoked, yes.
Is there like a specific clause for that? Like, I wasn't sure something would okay like fiends, but not undead, for example.
Do undead have souls?
It depends on the undead.
Yeah, it does depend on the undead. Um,
Huh.
Elocution, you're right. It doesn't seem like just a prick would kill them. In fact, it probably wouldn't do anything too bad at all. Although, yeah, you could just dispel magic, so it would just fix the result.
Right, so I wonder what would happen if we cast a spell magic on a soul fragment.
Oh, that's a
Mm,
fascinating idea. Give it a try.
Okay, who doesn't disappear? Wait, do I have to
I
spell
mean,
magic? One of my
even
characters has to spell magic. Somebody dispels magic.
even if you don't, I have it.
Okay. Jojira can dispel magic.
Yeah.
Right. You dispel magic on the little bit of the soul there, and nothing happens to it.
Yeah, I
You
figured.
know, I bet it's because it's the larger one that needs to be dispelled. And since there is no large one anymore, nothing happens with the small bit here. It may be
So,
interesting to see what happens in this case with
so
the
do you need
large
a more durable subject then?
durability offers more experimentation.
It's a good thing it's fiend, and therefore anything you do to it is a good act.
Oh, I'm certain that if given half the opportunity, you'd go around and kill as many people as possible. Frankly, it was somewhat dangerous to have it here on campus. But
That's demons for you.
this research could change so much. And it should pay the bills.
I am mildly considering leaving the dagger with for the professor.
So that they can do their
Yeah, but I don't know if
experiments.
we'll need it or something. I mean, I guess it depends on what we do next. I can always tell him after.
I mean, I don't think we're planning on fighting anything where we would need soul rending. Like, the next plan we had was headed into the Oasis in Canopic Being and maybe having our reunion with Brax. I don't think we would need it there.
Okay. All right
You
then.
bring
I wonder if
up
that would
the
work on the hags and bypass their like their connection to all the villagers. I would take damage for them if you just rend their soul instead of dealing damage like directly to them. You know, like I don't think they could. I don't think they could chain that away and have other people take soul rending for them.
I guess we
you
can
see
try it
that
on them when we get there.
Yeah, I think that
Professor
is something
Yoga.
worth trying if we ever do go back to the hags and fighting them.
I think we'll do it eventually.
I mean, I would rather do either the Kraken or the Dark Atoll before that.
The hole, like the one in the library.
Dark Atoll, as in
Oh,
like, you remember
Atoll.
where all the little manta ray things were coming up out of?
Yeah.
Although we don't have as much psychic protection as I would like to fight a aboleth.
Yeah. But we do have that one item. I might have to whip out Nameless for that fight. It should be okay.
I mean, I would rather fight the Kraken in Chapter 1, but I would rather still do Canopic Being before Maroon Ship.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if like we want to go do Brax, then I can tell Professor like, do you want to keep
I
this
mean,
dagger, do some experiments, and maybe like figure out more of its properties in the time being, because the current description we
that's
have isn't too
if we're doing
detailed.
books. I would rather continue trying to investigate Miram, honestly. Like maybe even try to call up Ray's Dragon Dad for assistance in trying to find a dragon, like a ghost dragon.
I wonder where she went. Like, she can't just like disappear. She's stuck in the library.
I'm pretty certain she can't leave the library.
Unless she
Just
like,
it's
she literally just faded out of existence.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so
Her
either.
hatred is too strong for that. I mean, she's got enough of a what's it called? The thing that binds a ghost into existence. And even if that didn't exist, I'm pretty certain like
Soul anchor.
Quill's thing, like Quill's bullshit is keeping her tethered to her body, even if that weren't the case.
Hey, Mary would have like a soul anchor somewhere, right? You think?
Maybe her body counts as one.
And we gotta find her body.
I mean, I would like to find it just so
Find
that
the.
I
I
could.
can't find the path on Miriam's body.
All right. 1 second. I'm just checking a few things.
Do we want to long rest before we do that?
Yeah. I mean, I was just seeing if it worked.
Yeah, I'm okay with seeing if it works.
All right. Elocution goes ahead, and you see that Professor Yogar goes up close to the. This is an awakened Skitter Widget, right? Oh, so
Oh
like an
wow.
awakened Skitter and then one that's not awakened? Got it. Alright, hold on. I need to double check one thing. I awakened. Do you mean you're using your inner alchemy? Okay.
But yeah, Jujira, do you want more dragon masks?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to more power, but
Heck yeah.
Alright.
Can I
Professor
use your
Yogar
gold though?
carefully Professor Yogar will carefully go up to the skitter here to be like, okay. Just lightly cutting it. This will hurt a little bit, I'm sorry. As they hold the vial to get ready to collect. And indeed, a bit of a soul just sort of bleeds out and they collect it into a vial.
construct with the soul is very unusual, right?
So what happens
That
if we
is,
dispel the skitter widget? Does that soul part disappear?
let's find out.
Just do it.
I will
right.
cast the dispel then, I guess.
The spell, and you see that the soul fragment inside of the vial forcibly exits out of the vial and returns back to the skitter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. I think you should well then.
That was my last 3rd level, so I'm gonna have to start using my 5th plus for any more dispelling.
Oh man, I can do it if you don't have any more. Okay.
They need an id.
Well
I
done.
mean, I assumed that was ID, like identification. Maybe like a hello, my name is intonation, like name tag.
Yeah.
Also, I apologize. I forgot that the itty bitty cleaver does force damage on a hit. That because Heart Cleaver did also. So that's been added on.
Quick,
I mean,
stab
that's good.
Gojira, they love force damage.
Wait. That's awkward. That just removes one of my feet. Can I? Is it?
No.
You can choose to do force damage with it.
Yes, it would be in that case.
Can I
I would.
choose to do like force damage with the actual dagger and then like piercing with my sneak attack?
I'd say yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like, what, do you have Piercer or something?
Yeah, I have piercer.
Intonation needs an. Is that an ID or an id? Surely that's id, right?
It's an id, surely.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining him having like a little photo ID.
Employee card.
Also, this whole time I forgot that we had literally a map for Yogar's lab and I didn't even use it. This is so sad.
Oh, really?
Yep.
We do.
It's literally right here and I forgot about it.
Oh,
I
nice.
forgot it.
I might
I
use this as
forgot
the thumbnail for the video.
Well done. I'm so big.
it.
You're just so grossly incandescent too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a bug on Nameless's token now. Like it's the blessed thing, but it's not even active.
And you've also like picked a really bright aura color.
Certainly not. I hope you have to be able to see it. There's another one too.
No.
Oh yeah, there's like the orange one.
Yeah, like the orangey one just like
I had to
washes
make it
everything
slightly
out.
brighter because I couldn't make it out on some maps, like the Legion of Iron one.
If you make it an
That
unusual
makes sense.
color, I find that helps.
If you make it a what?
An unusual color,
Oh,
Like purple.
purple.
In what
Hoi
world is
enjoyed-
purple unusual? Boo.
I mean, most
Ah.
terrains aren't purple. I always use like purple crosshairs in first-person shooters because nothing is fucking purple. And also because purple is great.
All right. So as you learn apparently, Jamie, that your Skitter Widget is a real boy.
he's
Uh,
a real boy.
Jamie's machine cult is starting to ramp up in intensity.
Oh boy.
Gaze into the iris.
Yogurt doesn't have much else to say outside of, well, this is all incredibly fascinating and proves a lot of potential possibilities, but I will need more subjects to do anything further. Everything is so theoretical right now.
Okay, that's easy enough. I can just take some long rest time and do that.
Yeah, I could plane shift to the abyss or the like to help grab some, but
Oh, yeah,
I don't have the
true.
spell slots for that right now.
That's fine.
Well, Jamie considers the meaning of this. You are going shopping, right, Ray?
I am indeed.
Okay.
And I'm also planning to phone home afterwards as well.
Sorry, one second. Just double check. Oh no, I keep. All right. I mean, what do you mean by looking for ion stones? Because you'd already know all of the default ones there, are purchasable.
Oh. Is
So did
the
you mean something more specific?
is the mastery one available?
With mastery?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh. How much?
Oh yeah, it's there.
How much?
Let me see. It's a legendary item, and based on the item guide, pricing schemata. We'll probably say that this Ion Stone of Mastery is proficiency increases by 1. That's quite good, but it requires an attunement normally. I'd probably price it around low tier legendary, so I'd probably say 60,000 gold pieces.
Cool. And how much is a strength one?
Strength.
The one that
Let's
gives you
see.
+2 to strength.
That one is very rare, and similarly follows under the surprisingly not that good as an attunement item by itself. That would be 10,000.
Is
The
there a
fairy has more strength than I do.
con one?
I'm not sure if there's an Ion Stone by default that gives confidence. Maybe Fortitude? Yeah, Fortitude does. And same thing, 10,000.
Let me just check to see if I have it. I do not.
Gojira,
have it.
can I use your gold to get more dragon masks?
I already divided my 100k amongst the rest of you, so that's why it's 125k instead of 100k.
Okay.
No, not okay. 120.
No.
5K.
No.
What do you mean? No, no, you can't do this to me.
Mm.
You can't do this to me.
All right. Which one should we get? Which one do we have? I don't remember. We have cold and lightning? Question mark.
Yeah, white and blue.
Also, you used to have red and
Yeah,
longer
we used to
hair.
have red, and then someone decided to use it. Goddamn. Who would do that?
I'm not
It's me.
partaking in your evil masks, okay? I have
Just pretend they're
a
good.
non-evil mask that doesn't violate free will. It's totally different.
That doesn't violate. Do the other ones violate free will?
Dragon magic is dragon magic.
Alright, cool. Then I'll open up the cell. Wait, because my cell phone is like a sending stone that was given through divine intervention. Does it have like a camera function? Can I send like pictures?
Can you post
Selfies.
on your Instagram?
You totally should have taken a selfie with the big beach ball of good.
Yeah, you should have.
1 second. You look at it, Ari, and it doesn't, but you get struck with a certain amount of divine inspiration. Perhaps it's your good deed giving you a good idea.
Uh, I'll flip it up and look for it, and I can't seem to see it. Hey, Growl.
Yes.
I throw you the phone. Could you take a
Oh.
selfie with me, please?
Also selfie.
It's like, it's like a picture. It's like a drawing, but on the phone.
Okay. What do I do?
Just believe.
Alright, I'm believing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm
Right,
believing.
All right. So you're trying to find the picture function on this, right, Grow?
Sure, whatever that is.
All right, make a deception check.
I don't know what to say to that.
You find the picture function that's on the phone, and you take it with Ari. Ding.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
I knew it had it here. I just couldn't find it.
Whoa! My face is on here. Wow! I just crowd takes a lot more pictures.
How many more?
Like 20 more.
Okay,
50.
okay, fair enough. I'll wait patiently for like 20-ish then.
And they're all really bad. They're all very blurry or showing only like a part of her face.
Yeah, like when like old people use a camera for the first time. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm just imagining also that a lot of the pictures are just the bicep, and that's it.
Yes. Look at that.
Cool. Then I will. I'll take a picture of the good deed receipt from Lord Owl with like my face popping out of it and send it home. And then you know what? I'll give him a ring.
You give a ring over to your dragon dad. Getting what's this? As you see them like put on the glasses and try looking at a picture, and they're like, what magic is this?
Wait, before I say anything, and out of character, so I'm testing Aqua's memory. What's the passcode?
Door?
No.
Hold on, I have it written. You hear them drumming around inside of their things on their side. Right white walls.
It's not secure if you write it down. But okay, fine. I'm not in a book. Why did I call you again?
Or are you gonna ask for help trying to find Miram, or is that just me?
I mean, I'll ask. Given how their stance on Room Reform was call them, I don't know how helpful they'll be, but I'll ask. But before then, since I could give spoilers before, I will try to I will try to relay I'll try to relay Quill's big plan to them, and see if I'm if I can say it out loud.
While you're able to talk about your adventures in the book just fine, as soon as you start attempting to mention anything about Quill's plan, it just fails.
Damn it. Hold on. I start walking to wherever the rest of the party is. Someone else wants help again. Oh, you know that Kieran who you play poker with? Can you send them a fruit basket from me?
But they were sure. I could do that.
And tell them I said thanks.
I'm being nice to you today because I finished reading what you sent, and I'm proud.
Does that mean I can come home now?
Can I just
Yes.
imagine Ray just literally dropping everything, just ditching us? That generally sounds very in character.
Yeah, I'm like.
I think you
Ray
should
is
do that and
very
roll a new character.
tempted to go home. But Ray also made a big speech about wanting to defeat Quill earlier. Like, I'm sure it was part of her get Ione Stones, I'm going to stop you speech. So, I think she'll stick it through. Wait, are the Modrons still there?
Oh, those things? Yeah, they're still. Why do you have those? I keep telling you to quit. I'm going to be nice today. I'm going to be nice today. I'm nice. I choose to be nice today.
Oh, that's the other thing I remembered. Can I become a warlock?
Wait. To who?
One of our buddies. They've got some a synchronicity thing. I don't understand it. But they seem alright.
There's like a long pause.
Celestial background check time.
Accompanied by celestial elevator music as you wait.
Was this friend of yours helping you out with? They kind of look at the picture you sent. This.
Yeah, we beat something all pretty much as strong as a demon lord.
Very well. If they trust this friend of yours, then I will be nice and say yes. Today is a good day for you.
Has the phone come through to the right person?
It's everything you've ever dreamed of, Ray. Everything you've ever wanted is happening.
I'm squinting my eyes. I'll go to Professor Yorgart, take a selfie of Jojera before they notice, and then throw them the phone and say, "Phone call."
I probably drop it before picking it up. Alright.
Arbitration. I just saw the arbitration call.
In my best formal draconic, I will thank Ray's father for the assistance rendered with their associates. I have managed to successfully awaken my dragon sight. But right now, I'm trying to find a dragon who's gone missing, and I don't know how to find her. So I was hoping Draconic Celestial Forces might be able to assist with that. And again, in my best, like formal Draconic, respectful, using all the right suffixes and honorifics.
I can send some emissaries to try helping out.
Okay. I appreciate that. When might they arrive so that I can be properly prepared?
They will need a few days to get there. They're quite busy at the moment.
Understood. I will thank him again. Yeah. With the, I wouldn't say flattery, but because like I do mean it. Like I am being appropriately respectful and deferential to his graciousness and wisdom.
They will similarly tell you, make sure that Eri doesn't do anything dumb. They are your friend, so keep them inside of your vision at all times.
Can I hear this? Can I? I want to fucking. Can I hear this?
No, you cannot. It's a phone
God
call.
damn it.
I'm going to try to stay sly here and comment that I will attempt, but I do not really know if I have the best capabilities to accomplish this task because it is a trying task for even the best of us.
It makes it give me gestures to the phone.
It does seem like my call is done though, so I will return the phone now.
Wait. So I can come home. You weren't just saying that.
You are welcome back after all that you have done.
Oh. Okay. Sure. Can you beat me up now?
Like celestial.
Oh, and Holly follows behind.
What's it called? Limousine.
Oh.
Like now.
I only heard Holly follows behind Aqua. I think you might have cut out as you were speaking.
Oh no, it was you and Holly that back.
Oh. Okay. Pog.
Your transit time is so much shorter than mine. Or commute time.
I mean, I got that divine shit going on, you know.
Yeah, it takes me like an hour to swim to my lair, and then back and when we come back to Candlekeep.
Oh, also, quick question. If Counterspell is cast by someone who has like the long distance perk for spells, and it's cast
Spell
into
Sniper.
That's the one, and it's cast into an Ironstone. Can I then use Counterspell, do the Ironstone at a long range, or would it just be normal range?
Does the Ion Stone say as if you were casting it, or if the original caster is casting it?
That's a good question, and I thank you for asking it. Reserve. The spell uses the slot level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell.
Given that feats was not listed on there, I would say it uses yours, so it would not have Spell Sniper.
Boo. But no, that's
Wait, what doesn't have spell sniper? I think I might have misunderstood what's happening here.
essentially, Ray is trying to get one of Elocution's counterspells into her stone so that she can cast a Spell Sniper boosted counterspell from it. But that does not appear to be possible as for Raw.
No, it would not work that way.
Alright, I'll just keep a normal counterspell because it's kind of handy for me to have it as well.
Yeah, like right now there's only one counterspell in the party, and that's on Elo. Because it's not on a Druid spell list, because the Druid spell list sucks ass.
right now. Peace. All right. So that's is what's happening with all of them. So wait, were you planning on taking just a regular long rest or extended long rest, or what was your plans now that y'all are back here?
I'm going to take an extended long rest. A retirement from adventuring because I've been let back home.
Oh,
Bye.
nice.
Alright, are you bringing back Yuki Shana?
No.
All right.
I mean,
I don't
What
know if I
about
need a
your
extended long rest. I mean, my thing is still at like max. Like I don't have any fatigue yet.
I have some. I don't know if we can do anything after just one after a basic long rest though. Like, what would we be doing if we just long rested and then moved to tomorrow?
And just go to Canopy Being.
I would rather not until we know what's going on with Miram.
I mean, that's like a
at the very
Jujiram
least, it seems
instant, so we can do it. Or so we
this
can
might
take a long
impact what
rest.
you're planning to do. As you all take just one regular long rest, and you like venture over to the Emerald Door, you see that there is basically a notice on it that says "Library closed for maintenance."
What?
Uh-oh.
Thing. I mean, in this time, by the way, I can give the itty bitty cleaver thing to the professor if he wants to like experiment on it and stuff. See if we can find out anything.
Perhaps a little too gleefully, they are holding on to it.
But yeah, I will swim back to my lair, like for that first long rest.
The other thing, yes, the other thing that's happening is, and sorry, Gio, I don't have the token ready for this.
Yeah.
As you're taking your long rest inside of your layer there, right, and finally getting a chance to really rest up after quite a bit of adventuring right there. That was a lot of fighting in a row. From uh, your little island is like far enough outside of the coast that it's not immediately obvious to everybody that the reason why it is starting to rain in the middle of the night here is because of you. As there is something that's changing here. And a massive lightning bolt just utterly strikes over onto where your lair is. When you wake up the next morning, you find that you have reached the highest pinnacle of what your aspect is capable of providing you. I will give you the specifics later because I didn't have time to make the token and the descriptions ready. But when you awaken, the horns from Baphomet from earlier have attached to your claws, and the evil within them has been expelled. As your natural weapons have become stronger with the bone of what Lord of the Abyss, though purified. Further, you find, and you'll know what this means. You have gotten 20 points for the aspect.
Oof. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. You also get some other stuff that I will. Again, I didn't have time. I I thought I was going to wake up earlier today, and I didn't because I had trouble sleeping last night.
All right, it's understandable. Thank you.
But there is a constant rain that is impacting the area right now.
If it has a lair action, it's a fair game boss.
No, it's not.
If it starts changing terrain, due to its proximity, it's fair game as a boss.
I mean, technically speaking, that would be a regional effect, not a lair action.
Relax, Kaok.
By the way, can I just ask, what is the music playing from?
This is from Genshin Impact.
I knew it. I feel like I'm in leeway.
I've
Genshin
been
has such
listening.
nice songs.
I do.
I've been listening to my layers theme instead this whole time.
I knew
Very
it. I knew it felt very Genshin.
Yo, speaking of Genshin, I started playing Honkai Star Rail recently.
Yeah, I see your name, Hentai Star Jail.
Yeah.
Wait, excuse me? Excuse me.
And
Excuse
so
I actually started playing recently, like for the first time as well, because of Echo.
I quite like it.
It's good.
It's so funny. I got two other people to play, and we're all like, "Why didn't we start this game earlier?"
You
Oh,
wanted to
whatever.
avoid the hype train, you know? You wanted to be cool and
I honestly just wanted to avoid having another mobile game to play, but this game is honestly pretty good.
It is good.
yeah, that's fair.
I'm glad I started where I did. But I'm back to Genshin Hell because I like
A bit of both.
just
A little bit of this.
just all the hot ladies bring me back.
I
Every
did.
time.
I had Genshin downloaded for a while, and then I just like never opened the game. Not sure why.
So good. Well, it's trash, but good.
As
Anyway, yeah.
as you see that it says down for maintenance at the moment, you are hearing some hustle and bustle from the tavern.
Girl's already there.
Wait, let's figure out who I am right now. I'm gonna go find a Quill and ask him what's up. Going
Speaking
on.
of finding Growl, while you're there at the tavern, you see that there is a different notice there, and this one says that there is a major announcement to be made about there's a major announcement that Quill will be giving in the Court of Air, along with festivities to celebrate an anniversary for Candlekeep.
I asked the tavern keeper or someone, or like, what's going on? Like, what's Quill been preparing?
A lot of some of the refugees don't really know what's going on, but some people who've been here at Candlekeep longer tell you, oh, every occasionally on the anniversaries for Candlekeep on specifically years, they hold these large festivals here to celebrate the acquisition of knowledge. It's kind of like a Candlekeep birthday, though they don't usually close the library in exchange for it. I wonder if maybe they have something really cool planned.
I see. It's kind of worrying.
Conveniently enough, it is in 1 week from now.
Uh,
I mean, I guess that means for extended resting then.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go get some demons.
I'm assuming you're doing the same thing like last time, where you like
Yeah.
looked into rumors and like went around.
Just
Go ahead.
basically playing cleanup.
Go ahead and give me that survival check for. Well, hold on. Let's see, because it's going to take it a week, right? And so we're doing something similar like last time, where you rolled the D2s. Sorry, not the D2s, the survival checks to see what you can find. And Jamie, please let me know what you're up to during the week, and we can have that ready and typed.
How many survival checks do you want me to roll?
Just give me a one from Sim. I'm presuming by sheer luck that it's going to get shared.
Okay. Give me one sec. I'm not at computer. I am returning. Please hold.
We like reliable talent.
Yeah, reliable talent is very reliable.
Yeah, you successfully managed to locate the tracks for demons from places that you managed to locate. And like last time, these little Harry, no doubt as you're searching around for the demons, it's not too hard to find um some of the larger ones. Because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for some really large, gnarly demons for experimentation purposes.
Is this gonna take the whole week?
Uh, I mean, mostly. You might
Okay.
have like a day or two to spare, but otherwise, it takes some time to find these villages, hunt down rumors, travel to them, hunt down the demons, and then actually bring the demons back because they're so flippin' heavy.
We got
But
teleportation.
you're with you do have teleportation with your.
Yeah, does that cut down on the time? We can teleport. I didn't have to like run around like last time.
Oh, what the- oh yeah, you don't have to run out, huh? Yeah, I'd say that cut down on time. You could either use that to do something else as well, or you could like use that to hunt down even larger demons, which just means you can cover more ground.
I think I'll use that time for like other stuff. I'll think about what though.
Okay. It doesn't. You're strong enough and can move around fast enough that eventually, what you're able to bring back over to Candlekeep after like literally just stabbing it in the back and clearing everything up instantly is one of these. Hold on. Ah, this is a good one. Ah, dang it, they import it. What? What do you mean it's not here? What do you mean it's not here? I'm mad. I'm angry.
Angie.
Okay, I guess I'll have to choose another one.
Wrecked.
This guy works and is a suitably high CR. You bring back something a little more substantial than last time. A horned devil. Actually, you managed to bring back 2 horned devils. They literally did not even know that you were there. You found where they were, and you stabbed them before they even had a chance of even trying to perceive you. But they can't even try to perceive you because you've automatically passed stealth checks. So, one moment
Right.
they're like getting ready to terrorize people, and the next moment they're inside of a cell and waking up bound as Professor Yogar with upgraded cells here is looking at them going, "Oh, this one is so interesting."
Yeah, correct.
It's kind of weird
All right,
seeing devils rather than demons, right? On the prime material.
and they happen sometimes. Every now and then you get some devils too.
Probably got summoned by cultists or some shit.
Classic occultist things. Eri is spending the week throwing Modrons out of her room. Why are there so many of these? Why is your room so big? Why is there a portal to the Modron room in here?
Madness.
And you work on some more practice with Holly. Um, Go ahead and give me let's see. They're enjoying their life. It's a carefree life, and yet you're training. That's ironic, isn't it? Go ahead and make have Holly make the acrobatics check, and you can make the animal handling check.
Is that acrobatics? Dex? Or strength?
Yeah. Right?
Oh no,
Acrobatics is dex.
okay. God damn it. Dex dump characters the worst. Is it just click this? Oh, that's not bad actually. Animal handling. That's how in sync we are.
Okay.
Double 18.
I'll give you the results of that later, but on top of all the other stuff that you've gotten, it's going to be Holly's going to be pretty bulky because the way that what works is that um you kind of go over to where the celestial armies are always training, right? Because they got to keep a standing force to keep things lively, and so they have plenty of flight exercises for the angels to use their wings and do target practice and avoid dodging out of the way of some harmless rays of light. And you both are just nailing it. Like, it's not even a challenge for both of you, as Holly has used a lot of their experience for their time racing against dinosaurs to really amp things up.
Didn't we get medals for that? We got medals, right? And
They don't.
merchandise.
Uh, the people in heaven are nice. They'll give you medals.
No, as in like, didn't we get medals in the dinosaur race? And we had merch made, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
Cool. I'm
You-
we're wearing that.
You went out and bought a whole bunch of Holly merch for a bunch of the people, right?
Yeah, we gave out to a lot of the children. But like, I'm wearing the first place Dino Air medal.
Wait, one sec. All right. How many days of Sin have left? This is gonna take it a few days. You Sin and names have like 2 or 3 days. Let's say 3.
Okay. We're gonna try and. I know the professor is getting close, but they want to see if they can like get to the point where they can uh actively like swap back and forth without the help of anything.
Let me discard some of the Splitting research for now and focus some more on that. I'll spend the week doing that.
Cool. Is there any sort of like training that Sin and Nameless can do in the meantime?
I mean, you could assist them inside of the effort. You being there will help them with that.
Sure.
Go ahead and have Nameless make me a. I'm giving each of them like a chance to make a check. Have Nameless give me an Arcana check.
Oh,
Well,
it's
no, they both have. They
good.
both share knowledge of each other. I guess
They
it doesn't
do.
matter. Sin can do the
Oh,
Arcana check.
okay.
Because I was like, wait, they're constantly switching and they can talk of each other. No.
We like
Oh,
reliable
buddy.
talent.
We like reliable talent. By the end of this week, Professor Yogar has made great strides in improving your little swappy orb as they provide you an upgraded version. This one should no longer expire, though it does have a short cooldown of about approximately 1 hour after each usage. Your soul switching orb has improved, Nameless. Did you
Upgraded.
upgrade complete?
Upgrade complete.
So yes, it will no longer has limited uses, and it does after you use it, it just has a 1 hour downtime before it can be used again.
Okay, cool.
Growl, as you're waking up on the day of the notice and getting ready to move into tavern, you see an unusually large hulking figure nearby.
Oh, hey,
Oh, there you are.
what are you doing here?
What's he doing out of the book?
Yeah.
He was never in the
Oh,
book.
I know,
We
just
met that
kidding. He
guy
was
over
in
in
Chult.
Schultz.
He was in Chult. Never mind.
Oh, alright, that's fine.
Oh, I had some free time, so I wanted to visit.
Candlekeep?
Because, yes, you told me that you were here, but I did not think there would be so many people here to.
Yeah, there's like some kind of festival going on.
Do like festivals because they have lots of food. That is
Yeah.
sometimes what I.
Cool. Cool. So good to
Yes,
see you.
it's so nice to see what this place looks like. There are so many people. It reminds me of Chot a little bit. Oh, I brought you a present. They go ahead and they go ahead and give you a bucket of of legs, chicken legs,
Oh,
Fucking
chicken.
but they're like uncooked, so it's like literally just the legs, and they have like the feathers have been from them, but they're like raw chicken legs.
Oh, you shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I don't have anything for you, or do I? Let's see. What do I still have in my inventory?
He likes teeth if you
Casmy
have any teeth.
hands. Oh, I have a fish too. The big one. Apparently.
Oh yeah, like you fucking carved that out with Caro way back when.
Yeah. Sure, I give that to him.
This will do nicely in my collection. This seems more local to this area than it was in mine. I will keep this and stash it. Thank you.
Welcome. Hey, wanna grab a drink?
Oh, yes. Let us imbibe and enjoy the things here. And what is up with these the books? I do not think I have ever read one.
Book? Yeah. I have little interest. But the library's closed anyway.
Oh, I picked a bad time to visit.
Or maybe the best time. Something big is about to happen.
You both are currently enjoying some drinks together, and you're sharing stories of each other about just some going ons of your life. They share that people have not tried to go to my place recently, which is nice. I just
That's great
had some
news.
more time for peace. Mm. Also, I remember you asked me, "Are you Oni?" And then it made me think, "Am I Oni?" That made me start wondering some things after that, because I do not understand if I am Oni, but you are Oni. What is big difference? Do not understand. You are much smaller than me.
I'm still big for an Oni.
So I talked to some of my friends, and they told me was too complicated for me to understand. So I admit that this is why I visited you, because you have bigger Oni brain than me, even though I have bigger Oni muscle than you.
Mm, I'll take that. Uh, okay.
They pull out a piece of paper and they hand it over, and it's like scrawled with clearly some whatever whoever wrote this has terrible handwriting, but it is legible if you're careful enough with it. Um, a lot of what it seems to say is that the Oni here is a true yokai and exists because of the belief of other people. It is that belief that shapes their existence and what they are capable of doing.
Okay. So you're kind of. So you couldn't read this?
I can read it, I just do not understand it.
Right.
Because, like, right, I do not get it. It's like, so it's saying that I'm here only because people think I'm here? That's silly. I'm here because I'm here.
No, I think you know what I think. I think this makes you some kind of legend, like because people believe in whatever you are. You're just the kind of you've kind of manifested, right? Like you're the embodiment of people's will, right? That's why you're so powerful.
Then what happens then if people stop thinking about me? If that is true, because that's weird. Do I just poof? Is that what happens? Do I poof?
I don't think you're poof. I think maybe it's possible you might lose some power. Maybe you just might fade away.
Oh, oh no, I do not like that idea.
Hey,
Hmm.
but I don't think it's something to worry about. Like, look at you. You're a beast.
Hmm. I am quite scary looking. Maybe it's good that people meddle with my house sometimes. Maybe I should give them a good spook sometimes. So that way they will
Yeah.
remember who I am.
Yeah, exactly. You're awesome. You're a yokai, a real yokai.
Um, Growl, make a persuasion check.
Oh, oh, wait, am I good
Wait,
at
that's
these?
wisdom for you instead of
I'm amazing.
were they always so looming? Like as you're sitting next to them, they seem larger. You're not entirely sure if they are larger, but they certainly seem it.
Made him stronger. Oh no.
That's a good point. Hmm. Yes, I will have to think about that.
Well, I mean,
I
what do those people call you? Like, do you have some kind of like of a moniker or like a legendary name?
Hmm. Well, typically people would just yell "Oni, Oni," and then it's the last thing they usually say when they're trying to hit me. And I don't appreciate it because I'm not trying to hurt them. Maybe if I was trying to hurt, but I'm not. I just like to live on my little farm. Hmm. Maybe I need a name. What name should I have?
Ooh, let's see. The the Azure Demon.
Because you're a demon. Oh, now that is a frightening name. Let me use that one. I will take this name. You're a demon. You're a demon. You're a demon. You're a demon.
The Azure Demon.
You're a demon.
Let's toast to that.
Clink.
The Azure Demon. Azure Demon.
You're a demon. Yeah. They continue practicing with you as they're trying to get the intonation just right. The sound menacing. Eventually, by the end of this day, they go, "It has been nice to visit, but I shall return home now. It's been
Already? You don't stay for the big. There's like some kind of big announcement from the dude who runs this place.
You said it's in a week, right? I shall return then. I think I would like to rest for a little bit.
All right, take care of yourself.
Yes. I will meet you back here.
Yep, yep. I will wait for you, Azure Demon.
Azure demon. Azure. Azure demon. Azure demon. Azure demon. They say as they're walking away. All right, you have the rest of the week to yourself, Growl, as that just started off the what your week was like.
Okay. Well, I noticed that ever since I put that ring on, I keep stumbling over and shit, and it's not good.
Ring.
My
What
seems
ring?
like my acrobatics has not been great.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just do some training. But also I want to write home. Write not just home, but to like the temple I trained in. See how everyone's doing. I tell them about everything that's happening. As much as I can that leaves Candlekeep.
You begin writing your letter, Growl, and it's like your intuition is kicking in about something, which is can you're writing down to your it was your mom, I believe, who's the sick one, right?
Yeah.
You're writing, I hope you get better soon, or something to that nature.
Hmm.
And then your hand, you're just looking at them.
I'm looking at my hands. Yes.
You're looking at your hands right now.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
He's like, get better soon. And you see the ring that's been with you now, that you feel like you know enough that you can actually do it.
Oh, it's time for my exit. Bye. I don't know what to do. Growl just gets up paces about. What do I do? What do I do? I can go home now. I don't have to deal with this bullshit.
Frick is that sound?
That
What?
was at the kitchen foresight.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, 'cause you didn't turn off the sounds on Edge,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't turn off all the sounds. Alright, it's okay, all the sounds are off now.
Alright. uh, alright, Crow, you're like, you're like, I don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore.
Well, okay. Growl will make some plans. But yeah, that's me.
So for this week, because this was the beginning of this week, were you going to return home and attempt to heal
Oh, do
your
I have
mom?
time? Do I have time
Yeah.
for a week?
Yeah, that's when the announcement says it's a week away.
Yeah, I just didn't
whenever.
know if I could fast travel. I mean, absolutely would do that
Somebody can
if it's
teleport
that
you.
fast. Yeah,
It's
Can teleport back.
yeah. Okay, then 100% I'll do that. Bye. I'm also going home.
Growl teleports home. A lot of home traveling today. I mean, it's been a while since some of y'all been home, and you have the half-written letter inside of your hand when you reach back over to where your village is, and along with where your mom is. Um, they're just kind of bedridden, right? They definitely look worse for wear than they previously did. Though it's not like they're on the verge of dying or anything. That's morbid. But you can tell that like they're having trouble bending up on the bed so that way they can see you directly as they go. Oh, growl, it's growling.
It's
Get
me,
over
Mama. Grandma cries, runs over to her mama and hugs her.
You're too strong.
I am strong. I can cure you. I found the cure. It's within me.
They when you like their face lit up when you said I found a cure. Now when you said it's within me, and then it dropped for a moment. And they're like, oh,
No, I can do it. I can help you.
uh, is it? Do you mean like you have medicine in your pocket?
No, it's my key.
You have a key?
Look, just shut up. Let me do this.
You put you place your one of your hands onto your mom's shoulder. Um, Growl, your medicine's pretty good now. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh shit.
You know exactly what's wrong with them, and you know exactly how to fix it as you kind of press your fingers like how like people try like pressure points and the like. You go ahead and do that really fast on a couple of places, which to the outside observer looks like you're not even hitting the right spot. Like that's not where the pressure points are, but you don't know that and your mom doesn't know that. So you find that they like kind of jolt out of bed after you hit the final pressure point, and they're walking on both legs with full strength as they look at you like, oh my gosh, what did you do?
I took the rage out of you. The only rage. Don't you just feel so much more loose now, more relaxed?
How did you that doesn't just start crying like a river of tears in the same way that you do. It's where you get the crying face.
It was tough. I lost some friends. but you know, it was all worth it just to cure you, Mama.
The rest of your time you're spending here inside of this village is nice and peaceful and relaxing. There is nothing that can stop you.
Nothing. I'm even reluctant to go back.
It's everything you ever wanted. All right. Next up then is going to be well, Jojira, you're spinning that you had your layer. I saw what you said, Jamie. For Jojira, you had your ascension become fully realized now.
I'm assuming I don't need to spend the week doing that, though, right?
No, you do not need to spend the whole week. It sort of happened overnight as you were resting.
I've got like 2 options here that I'm still considering. I don't know if you can do Elo first or not.
Okay. Let's go ahead and have Jamie type out this little novel they have. As we also bring ourselves over to their silent places. Oh, it's been a while since we've seen this place.
I don't remember this place at all.
Same.
They back in Schult, Jamie was looking for a spot where they could have a safe place to build their base of operations for their skitter widgets from. This is that place. It is a Finnish fairy tale. And I'm looking for there's where it is. No, it's not this one. No, it's not that. Maybe it's this one. Sure, good enough. Now that I know, I'm going to just read out loud what Jamie typed. Now that I know what I'm doing to a degree with my key, I think I'd personally like to analyze that further. Probably want to use foresight in the meantime alongside that. My goal is to completely press into my key usage, use my adaptation to become immune to more and more damage. If no one's using it at the time, I would love to use the ring in this off time. Oh, but Grau has the ring, unfortunately.
You can copy it.
The other ring?
You can
The
copy
ring is not copyable for it's an artifact.
it.
Oh, you mean oh my god, I forgot what it's called. I made the item just a moment ago and I forgot what it was called. The Apex Band. I want to make the most of the basically days, but negating as much damage as possible and using my on-demand temple life to take as much punishment as possible was a dip into my potion supply when needed. I could use a skitter widget to generate motes on demand for my self-implosions from a malevolent inverter by causing intentional saving throw from the paralyzes, pushing the limits of the item and seeing if anything happens along my personal inner alchemy, plus the item itself with enough usage. Alongside usage of the band, I imagine that in a single turn, I could effectively cause the effects of Malevolent Inverter to go off many times in the same minute, if not faster due to lack of AoE on the explosion from the inverter and the skitter widget's built-in shields. I'm pretty much using it as a catalyst for trading and seeing all of what I can get done by taking as much punishment as feasibly possible. And then save a slot each day so I can add a few more doors and expand my existing haven in my personal world to create more layers to my homes away from home. Really just making it larger so I can do all of the above mentioned in Solitude among some of my skitter widget warlocks. The way I understand my inner alchemy is that I'm stacking upon my own resistance to become more and more resilient and ascend my Darkwood body to something even stronger. The key is part of that redirection, but using my key also seems to give life and empower the minds of what lacked it before. I'm capable of pulling a soul from the depths of what wasn't there. My mind is settled on pressing my body, mind, and soul to the very edge of what is feasibly possible for any living thing. In my mind, I have an advantage of surpassing what is considered improbable for any living being, as I myself am not a traditionally living being. What is stopping me from moving my soul, and therefore my key, into a form that far surpasses my form as it is now? Very cool. All right, elocution. Let's start off with 2 checks. The first is a straightforward one. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, and then next, go ahead and make me a perception check. We've got some skitters here. Oh, ignore that P. Right. So yeah, a Constitution saving throw and a perception check. All right. All right. Oh, sorry. Ignore that P. Right. Excellent. You're tanking so much damage. Oh, adding Dark One's Dark look to both. Okay, go for it. Go ahead and add the results. All right. You're pushing the limits of what's feasibly possible as you just take brunt force damage over and over again. Sort of like those monks that will like sit under waterfalls and train up their body. Except like this is a much more intense version of it. You are trying to make yourself immune to so much. Give me a moment while I think about how to phrase this next thing that happens here. I'm thinking. Give me a second. Almost ready. Okay. Here is what you see happen, elocution, because it's a little bit trippy. As you're getting pummeled by the variety of attacks and seeing things and trying to synchronize with the souls of all things, at some point during the process, you realize that although you are elocution, and it is you that is getting hit. It is the synchronous nature of things that also means that you are the one that is doing the hitting. That skitter widget isn't a skitter widget. That skitter widget is you. And that you is not you. That's a skitter widget. That's over there. By the end of the week, what you sort of realize is that all of these constructs that you are making are you and you are them, but at different points inside of time itself. And you find yourself being able to just, wherever one is, you could just be right where it is. You find yourself sort of like embodying its consciousness for a moment, but you are elocution because there is currently one elocution, but maybe there can be more elocution. Because what is elocution? And in this way, you find yourself being able to mitigate damage that would normally be impacting onto you. That suddenly, something that was aimed and directed at you no longer has any effect because it wasn't you, it was targeting you were never there to begin with. Although earlier you were. I will get the specifics about what that means mechanically later for you, but know that there was it's a lot of soul maneuvering, time spacey, wibbly wobbly going on here. Uh, inside of your little peaceful realm here. Is that elocution over there? Who knows? Which one is elocution? Are they all elocution? We am elocution.
We am.
We am. I'll get you the mechanical deets of what that means later. But it's quite the advancement in elocution tech. And then, finally, Jojira.
Alright. There's a lot of considering and pondering going on in my lair right now. I can see the new me in the reflection of the waters, and it's wondrous, fascinating, and baffling all at the same time. I've considered trying to transport via plants, trying to go to my grandfather's lair, show him what I've become, everything I can do now. But something's telling me to put that off. All this time, for a while now, I've been feeling like with a bizarre certainty that something is waiting for me on the quasi-elemental plane of mineral, and it's only gotten stronger this morning, the strongest it's ever been. So I'm wondering if I could plane shift there, because like there's still a few days before the people show up from Ray's Dragon Dad, right? I'm wondering if I might be able to find whatever is waiting for me on the quasi-elemental plane of mineral in those few days before I return. I shouldn't be in any danger.
Bring me ironstones. Do you think Ray would say in your head if they were there? Damn, you must really miss that character to be thinking that in your head. Crazy.
That's wild. That's crazy. Um. So is that what you're dedicating your time to do, Jadira? Is heading over to the quasi-elemental plane of minerals?
Yeah, like I have a few days before Ray's dad, whose name we still don't know, like his minions show up. And so I imagine like I should be safe. And like I can try to plane shift directly to whatever it is I'm seeking, I believe, based on the wording of the spell. That might be less safe than going to one of the main roads, but it's a hell of a lot faster. Especially because I'm not the best at digging. So I think that is what I'm trying to do, is plane shift to the quasi-elemental plane of mineral.
All right. You you're getting ready to head on over there. When you also sorry, I'm just double checking one thing. One thing, give me a second to check this. Boop-a-doop.
Oh right, I would also have needed to spend a bit forging a tuning fork out of the blue garnet I have. Because I need that tuning
That's
fork to
okay.
cast the spell.
Yeah, works out pretty well. Did it? Sorry, I was almost finished. As you're kind of like maneuvering around your lair, one thing is definitely the case, which is that while kind of within a vicinity of your lair, you're definitely feeling uh much more empowered. And Jujira, being the experimental type, tries to get a sort of accurate gauge of just how far this connection to the layer is. That is making them feel even stronger than usual. It seems to extend to a couple of miles off of like the distance to where the Candlekeep Citadel is, based on your intuition and like just walking around and getting a gauge of it. It's a pretty or layer per se.
A few miles from Candlekeep's perimeter, you said?
Yeah, like I don't know the exact distance that that island is, but like imagine if it was like extending all the way over here to the Citadel and beyond for several more miles beyond that.
Oh, it's going past the Citadel.
Hmm.
Huh. I was not expecting that. So technically I have claim to Candlekeep itself as part of my territory.
That's one way to think about it.
I
That's
feel like the
a
humans would
draconic
disagree, but
way of thinking about it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I don't
wondering
think the
how.
change. I don't think the change is that you're planning to teleport to the mineral
Nah,
plane, though.
it doesn't. I am thinking though, like if Miriam does end up claiming Candlekeep as her territory, like after everything, I wonder how that would interact.
Fight, 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 fight.
Dragon fight.
I mean, I would win.
Damn.
Nah, I'd win.
What if we all fight against you then?
I think both of us would disagree with non-dragons being the fight for that. But yeah, like that is like very interesting, intriguing. I like it. But
You
if you,
teleport over to the plane of minerals and begin in search for. Was there something specific you were looking for, or just what you can find?
something is waiting for me here. I've had this feeling for a long time now, and it's only gotten stronger since today. And so I'm just trying to find whatever that is.
Have to look up something. Okay, so over on this plane, one thing that immediately sort of stands out to you is that the effects here that would normally be trying to turn you over into crystal just aren't working. The your immutable form is making it so that way the crystallization effect here inside of the um, like plane of minerals just doesn't do anything to you as you begin seeking things out. The plane of minerals, for reference, sort of looks like an endless cavern full of gleaming gems of various kinds and every which way. It's brightly lit and very, what's the word? It's like whatever you would call like purple and pink and magenta and all those sort of very crystalline colors that one might expect from like it's almost like a little fantasy cave. It's glowy. Most of these crystals aren't very valuable, though. They're just there.
So it's like the colours of a nebula crossed with Seath's crystal cave. Got it.
Yeah, that works out. So, Jadira, you go ahead and begin seeking out anything that might seem potentially helpful. Go ahead and make an Arcana check, and perception's pretty good too, since you're just wandering around and seeking out anything that might speak to you.
I mean, I am seeking something in particular. I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm.
Do you get those D4s too?
It's from my dragon sight.
Oh, I see.
I don't believe I have any way of boosting them beyond that, though.
Just imagining like you find you're like looking at a gem in the parallel, Jira just heads on by and is like, so, and then just continues. But more draconic than sup.
A draconic sup.
Draconic sup.
Roar. So you're heading off here into the plane to see if there's maybe something that stands out over the course of this week. That is a fairly sizable amount of time to be searching for anything. And eventually, after seeking things out long enough, near the end of the week, having found a variety of different gems and minerals, the floor underneath you cracks at one point and exposes up a cavern underneath that it seemed was previously inaccessible. It looks like you could probably dig through this with enough brute force.
Alright, see you soon.
Being heavy coming in handy for once. I mean, no reason not to dig, I guess. I mean, this is untouched, pristine. Something has probably been here for a very long time. Or whatever's in here has been here for a very long time.
So you dig and you dig and you dig until eventually you crack open and look inside of what appears to be a fairly massive cavern filled with nothing but incredibly high quality rubies. This is
Gonna
probably
do.
one of the largest ruby caches that you've ever seen.
I'm gonna just touch the front of my face, top of my head real quick, for obvious reasons, because you know what my token looks like.
Yeah.
Do I sense anything in here? Like if I reach out psionically towards all of these rubies?
No, nothing psionically. Although one of them definitely seems like it's a better ruby than some of the others, in that it is a actual magic ruby in the same way that you have like that one gemstone of fortification. So it's like a ruby of something that I'll have the description for later.
Alright. I'm going to slowly approach it with detect magic active.
You pick it up, and I'll have the description for what it mostly entails later. But at the very least, all of these, it seems like this would be pretty useful to have for the layer.
I did think about trying to, like maybe like a good ruby, like in my statue of Sardior back in my lair, to like give it like a literal ruby heart. Because I think when you honor Sardior, you're only supposed to have a single ruby. If I remember the lore correctly.
Right. So what will you do with this massive cavern outside of course, grabbing the one clearly magical one?
Could I plane shift directly here in the future? Like if I just think of it as like the ruby cavern?
Yeah, definitely.
In that case, I think I'll just take the one magic ruby. Just because, I don't know, maybe it kind of feels a little disrespectful to just ransack and pillage all of the rubies here. But I feel like this place is worth remembering. I might want to come back here in the future. Yeah, I think I just take the one ruby and then plane shift back to my lair.
Sounds good. And that will mostly conclude the week-long activities. There is one more thing that will happen before the end of the session occurs. The first is that eventually the emissaries did find our way, and after their own searching and attempts, they just tell you, we've searched high and low on the exterior. It's likely that the dragon you see is inside of the library itself, but since we can't enter, we can't investigate any further.
When it reopens, perhaps we could investigate together.
They nod along to that as the week does arrive where the festivities begin. The here in the Court of Air, people are celebrating the sort of birthday of Candlekeep. Elocution, I believe, is here. Ray, you're still in heaven, right? I think.
Yes.
Growl, you are home. Are you returning here for the festivities?
Yeah. If any, to just see my friends.
Jadira, are you in for the festivities? Presumably so, since you were like trying to find when the library opens.
Yeah, like I'm not there for the festivities, but I'm there.
The Oni is like looking down at you down in the kitchen. You must be one of Growl's friends. Hello, I am the Azure Demon. Nice to meet you. Isn't it weird that I'm called a demon even though I'm not a demon though? I don't think I'm a demon.
There's a kind of lizard called a dragon despite not being a dragon. Names aren't always accurate or properly descriptive.
Oh, cough. Also, Oni can also mean demon. So.
It's pretty cool. You'll all enjoy some time with some of the food that vendors are making. There's so much space. It's the first time people really use the Court of Air for a different purpose. Until eventually, uh, exiting out from over here
Over
at the
where?
top of the right at the top right there. You see that's Eric Quill shows up for the first time in a while. People haven't seen them in a while. As everyone points up, oh look, 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 look. And they go silent for a bit as Quill lightly holds up their hand. Hello everyone. It is good to see all of your beaming faces here at the grand celebration of our glorious Candlekeep. All the stories that have been told throughout this year have been for nothing but lessons and good tribulations, and also fond, joyful occasions for many of us. A toast up to another year of prosperity for Candlekeep and the library. As everyone will cheer amongst the crowd, as they're all pretty delighted by all of this. It is also with great pleasure that I inform all of you that I have succeeded in improving the library in a way that I believe will be most substantial and most beneficial to all of us here. A true utopia lies at our fingertips. At any point, you're allowed to intercede, by the way. This isn't like a uninterruptible monologue of any kind.
So say boo and throw tomatoes at him.
Wait, should I also be throwing out the tomatoes?
No, no. Wait, did I say that out loud?
I mean, I'm not interrupting. I want as much information as I can get, even if it comes from his smarmy face.
Let it be known that from the day that I was but a young boy, there was nothing more I've wanted in this world than to make it a better place. And today, we are at the beginning of a new age where that is possible not only for the haves, but also for the have-nots. They open up both of their hands, and that emerald door glows extremely brightly, as does the top of Candlekeep, as all the energy from up there seems to siphon down into the library, and there's like a momentary pause. As suddenly, an enormous illuminating light that is still too bright for what I was trying to do seems to emerge all around and every single person you see here on the ground is beginning to turn to paper and is getting sucked through the emerald door.
I fucking figured this would happen.
One moment. Quill, for their part, also gets absorbed over into the door, but most of the other inhabitants around here, much weaker than you, were the first ones to sort of vanish through. The refugees all around. Your only friend here, Growls, go, what does that mean? That's a little too complicated for me.
Go on.
I mean, I'm assuming Arcana expertise is not helpful here.
Not in this particular instance. Although, Eri, from your bed while you're sleeping soundly, you're feeling your own self getting pulled all the way from heaven in the direction of where the Candlekeep library is. You're resisting the effects quite well, though, because you're quite strong. But you're feeling that pull on you very intensely.
Does striking either the door or the thing up top seem like it would do anything?
You are welcome to try. You're resisting the effects. Your feet are grounded, and you're refusing to be pulled as much as you can.
I'm going to attempt to blast the door.
Go for it. A lightning bolt strikes over at the emerald door and impacts onto it to try and chip away some of its power. Oh, one second. I'm swapping into your butt. Ray, you find yourself appearing like right next over to your friends over here who are similarly resisting at the same time.
My breath weapon won't work on it because it's an object.
Worth a shot.
Alright, well, let me get back to the computer then. Arcana Voltaic Breath. It should only be DC 25, not that I think the door can dodge.
What's the largest
The door
size
can dodge.
constraint on the door?
It's like converting people into paper and then just pushing them through. It doesn't seem to have a size constraint. Although it's now scorched on the outside from all of the lightning that just impacted onto it.
So if we tried to make someone too large to go in, it probably wouldn't do anything.
Probably not.
Boo.
Hey, Growl, you want to hit it with some fireballs?
Let's go.
Malevolent Inverter impacts onto the emerald door itself. Go ahead and throw some fireballs at it, Growl. More scorched, although you're trying to be careful to not impact any of the other people that are being sucked through. Those from even further away, from outside of Candlekeep, that also appear to be affected by it are being pulled. Your feet are planted into the ground so strongly as it's pulling you through that the ground is cracking underneath all of the pressure that you are outputting right there.
I mean, am I getting more actions to blast it, or because I don't actually have a way to get out? I don't think.
Oh, so you're throwing a demi-plane down on elocution, so that way you can return back over to your. I'm assuming you're going back to your safe place.
Oh wait, I was muted. As soon as I saw people firing spells at it, I'd probably just cast a moonbeam at the door, see if we can burn the door down. 2 moonbeams.
Go for it.
In fact, is it possible to cast moonbeam horizontally?
It is not.
It is not possible. Elocution, you enter into your demi-plane as you're seeking. You can still feel the pull onto you, and it's only but for a brief moment that you're there before you get pulled back over. But during that brief moment, you see something very significant. Inside of your safe place, your skitter widgets there are not being pulled.
Oh wait, I just used this fucking spell. I actually do have a way out.
Teleporting furiously.
I'm just imagining Grouse, it's pulling you through. You like teleport backward, and it pulls you forward, teleport backward.
That's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing a Nightcrawler. I'm also trying to
I'm going to try to
explode
get
things.
use my telepathy to get everyone to link hands before I cast plane shift to bring us to Mount Celestia.
Yes, question elocution or answer elocution. Let's see
Wait,
what Jamie is thinking.
I just came from Mount Celestia.
I mean, the other options I have are the plane of mineral, the plane of water, and this plane. I don't. Can you plane shift to the plane you're on? Like use it as a pseudo teleport?
I don't believe so. No.
So yeah, the 3 options I have are Mount Celestia, the plane of water, and the plane of mineral. Of those 3, I think you guys would survive the best on Mount Celestia. Like I would be face safe in all 3. The rest of you would not.
Yeah.
Elocution, to answer your question, as you feel yourself getting pulled as you return from the Feywild, you found yourself getting ripped violently back over to here. And moments before you impact the Emerald Door, you think to yourself, Elocution, I am not Elocution. We am Elocution. Is it me going through this door? Or is it a skitter widget that it was the whole time that's going through that door? As that skitter is vaporized and headed inward. Elocution, you find yourself standing in your safe space back over into Feywild. Ray, you're pretty far away from the others as they're attempting to link hands for this, but right as you're getting specifically close to it, you suddenly see a light from the heaven pierce down over to where the Emerald Door is, right next to you, as you feel the hand of your dragon god dad say, "No, not today."
Oh, I was expecting Holly, but I'll take it. Thank you.
You're still feeling the pull a little bit, but it's resistible enough as you're trying to like hold your ground against the constant pressure that it's exerting. You no longer feel like you're on the verge of getting dragged in.
I mean,
Is
I'm
Holly
still
here?
You reach out your hand to grab onto Jajira, but it's trying to drag you through. It's getting more violent every single passing second.
Uh, uh, uh. I'm trying to punch the air, explode, propel myself back. No matter what I can do.
You believe that you can propel yourself back?
Yes. I'm stronger than
You're stronger than what?
this!
Make a deception check. You're stronger than this stupid door. This door is trying to pull you in. It doesn't even have any muscles. You're stronger than this stupid door.
Fuck this door.
Make another deception check. It can't suck you in. That doesn't even make sense. How is it going to suck you in? Your skin's not made out of paper. You're an Oni. Oni skins aren't made out of paper. It's like the other Oni, the Zero Demon's words. An Oni's power is through their belief. And you believe in yourself enough to know that this emerald door is not strong enough to suck you in.
I will not become like Carol.
Judera, as your feet are pressed down and you're getting ready to teleport, you feel a sudden empowerment from your lair as well. You cannot be moved. You will not be moved as your feet plant down with electricity surging through into ground even further. The
A dragon.
paperization effect is not having an effect onto you nearly as strongly as it normally would, and so it's unable to pull you in with as much gusto as it is with everyone else.
A dragon does not hatch into this world to kneel before a mere human. I refuse. Let's get out of here.
Take me out of here, Jajira!
I'm going to try to get everyone as I can into holding hands in a ring before I plane shift us to Mount Celestia. Like, I'll use my telekinesis to pull people closer to me too as my bonus action.
I flipped down the golden dragon mask, which was sort of like hanging on the other side of my head, and with renewed vigor, try and trudge closer towards them.
You get close enough and boop. As the fate of what happens here seems to go darker. One second. One moment. Your haven is pretty safe against Fae shenanigans, elocution. You teleport through, heading out through your plane shift. Partway through your teleport, it feels like something has intercepted the attempt. And after a brief white flash of light, you find yourself in a place that wasn't your destination. Here is where you find yourself. It's after like a brief period of time.
we don't have vision. We're
Afterbearing.
blind. Errant Quill has blinded us. It's still
Oh.
1 second.
Oh my god. Errant Quill was a book dragon this whole time. And this is his paper hoard.
Oh god, I'm zooming out and more. I don't like this.
It's fine. Like 1/20th of this map is our favorite terrain, Ray.
I mean, I've got multiple favourite terrains, you know. I don't remember what they are apart from the water, but I have them.
As that, it will be where the session ends as you find yourself in the citadel of Candlekeep.
Okay, cool. That's fucked.